Okay. All right. And we're back. All right. So, Dustin, I wanted to ask a curiosity question before we hit our two segments. When you doing wrestling, deathmatch wrestling, and just wrestling in general, was your family supportive? Like, were they into the idea of what you did, or like, were they not like, what was their thing? What they thought of?
They do not like death matches. They do not like this at all. My mom and dad both. My dad can't watch it. He's come to shows where I was getting like, for instance, one show was at IPW and Congo Kong and Brandon Profit were heels, and at the end, like Brandon Profit
Yeah.
gave me a chair shot to the back that like left a chair print on my back. And my dad
Ooh.
was like, he's gonna pass out like watching this shit. It's too much, and he's never seen a death match live. He's seen the results, and as a father, he is telling me truthfully, like, it's gonna kill you, and you need to not do this shit. And like, he didn't see it going anywhere until later. He see John Moxley on TV, because John Moxley might. Let me tell you a
Hmm.
funny, real quick story. One time at IPW, Insanity Pro Wrestling in Indianapolis, uh, Moxley's backstage. I'm backstage. My dad's backstage. This is a show my dad came to,
Hmm.
and my dad picks up a kendo stick, and he's like, "Oh, this is cool," and he
Hmm.
fucking just wings back and cracks John Moxley in the back with it. And I'm
Oh,
like,
what?
"What the fuck are you doing, Dad?" Like, it was like, and John Moxley does this like slow, like get up, and like turn around. And I was standing there. My dad's holding a fucking kendo stick, and my dad's like, "Wow, that makes a loud sound." And I was like, "It's my dad, bro." And he was like, "Oh, Diehard, okay." And he like sat back down, and I was just like, "Dad, what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, Dad. Like later, I was like, "What the fuck, Dad? What are you doing, man?" He was like, "I just wanted to hear it. I didn't know." I was like, You don't go into a strip club and grab a girl's tits because you just want to feel them." You know what I'm saying? Well, my dad tracked John Moxley with a
Oh
fucking
my god.
kendo stick, and he gets up to like find out who the fuck it is. He turns around, oh, it's Diehard. Oh, and your dad. Okay, that's fine. It's so funny.
Oh my.
Uh,
Wow. That was a
yeah, man.
pass.
Yeah, it was funny. It was like, you're not allowed to come back here ever again, Dad. You're crazy. You're doing crazy shit. But my dad ended up having like a spot one time. So I was wrestling in CZW, and Scotty Vortex was at
Yeah.
IPW, and I had a feud going with Congo Kong, who was Osiris at the time. You know Congo Kong from TNA, yeah, and
Yeah.
JCW Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and
Yep.
Congo. My dad ends up like after the match, Congo Kong's assaulting Scotty Vortex, so my dad like jumps the rail to save Scotty Vortex, and my dad slides in, and then like Congo Kong puts my dad in rear naked choke, and boom, bumps back, and it's like choking my dad out, and then the angle was like Um, it was supposed to be like they're really hurting Scotty, so my dad's gonna intervene and stop it. Because it's Dustin's best friend, and Scotty's kind of like my dad's son as well. And the
Yeah.
crowd, because we have no commentators live, kind of they really thought it was a shoot. And then they also didn't know it was my dad. It's like some people didn't know, so they thought just some fan jumped in the ring, and then Congo Kong took him out like how he's supposed to,
Oh.
or how you would, but he was really saving Scotty Vortex. Well, that
Yeah.
built into. It was interesting because they didn't kind of do it right. I wasn't there, but I think they kicked my dad out instead of taking him to the back. I think so the crowd. It was weird because I remember reading on the message board later. Do you remember message boards? Um, and on the message
Yeah.
board later, somebody was like, "Why'd that fan run in?" And they had to explain it to him like that was Diehard's father. He was saving Scotty Vortex. Like, oh, we get it now. Okay. Um, but it took a little bit. But anyway, so my dad was part of like the feud, and then we had a promo, and I was like, "You assaulted my
Yeah.
dad. My dad was just trying to take up for you're jumping. You guys are like beating up Scotty when he's by himself. It's bullshit. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for your blood. Let's go." And we had end up having a big blow off feud, 4-on-4. We brought in Danny Havoc. It was like me, Scotty Vortex, Drake Younger, Danny Havoc versus Congo Kong,
Yeah.
Hibbly Jed, Dustin Ray's,
Hmm.
and um, I want to say Lou Roberts was in the match. No, Carlton Cass. It was Carlton Cass who changed his name. I
Okay.
think his name is something different
Okay.
now. James Avery. His name is
Yeah.
James Avery now. But yeah, um, what was the
Oh, okay.
question?
Nah,
I ran
I was
off.
asking, like, did your family support you getting into rest? Nah, you're
Yeah.
good. You're good. I understand. I was saying,
Yeah,
like,
no, so one time, bro, let me tell you a story. So we started doing backyard wrestling, which back in the day this was bad. You do
oh,
backyard wrestling, you're getting blackballed from wrestling. They tar you with this thing, even though every young dude was doing this shit, and even
yeah.
like the Hardy Boys like got
Well, I mean,
like kind of known for this. They were
look at
doing like
JJ Escobar right
trampolines.
now, and
So this was us back in the day, but they wouldn't let us do what JJ Escobar is doing. They didn't let us just get in the business after doing backyard wrestling stunts. Who trained JJ Escobar? I'm not. I don't know.
ooh,
I'm just wondering. Is he trained professionally, or is he just because he can get like do crazy light tube spots or whatever? And weed whackers is. I mean, I guess whatever. You
oh,
know, I guess if you're allowed to be in, who trained him? I don't know. We weren't allowed to do that. Like we got shit on so hardcore on the Midwest
yeah.
Indie Wrestling message board for doing backyard wrestling, and for trying to like promote it like pro wrestling. Um, that's why I ended up trying to train with IWA Mid South because I didn't want to be a goof. I didn't want to be a yarder, a yard tard, a 50 miler, and
Mhm. Yeah.
we turned our promotion, our backyard wrestling promotion, CAW, Crazy Ass Wrestling. We turned it into a pro promotion, Insanity Pro Wrestling, Crazy Ass Insanity Pro. And I had some money marks. This guy named Mike Edmonston and this guy named Greg Carey came to me and said they want
Yeah.
to take my company, which we started running shows in buildings. Backyard wrestling promotion, we rented a
Yeah.
ring and started like we thought we knew what we were doing. We had an idea. We were doing pretty good, but we needed pro wrestlers to help us. That's why we met Nate Webb like this. We met Indiana Kid
Hmm.
Jr., Hillbilly Jed, a guy named Easy Cruz, and they kind of took us under the wing for a little bit to help us. They even worked for us. But these kind of like fans came to us one time and they were like, we're gonna run a promotion and we're gonna book CM Punk and Colt Cabana for the main event. We want to bring you guys in and we want to use your colors. So we were using like neon green
Oh, wow.
and black. These were like our cool colors, neon green, black, and white. And they took the colors, and that was the
Yeah.
colors for the promotion. And then they changed the name to a more professional name. And then after the first show, Mike fucking found a way to kick me out of my own company. And because he had money,
Oh,
he tricked my friends. Yeah, like my friends Drake Younger, Scotty Vortex, Clifton Crunk, who's dead now. I went to them and like
oh,
so after this
sorry.
first show that we had, I wrote Mike and said, "Man, we need better photos." I had like a huge email like what we should do better, and he took it offensively. He didn't take it as constructive criticism of the show. He took it like, "You think you're the
Yeah.
boss? You're gonna write all this shit, blah blah blah. Fuck you." And it was weird. It was just I'm having ideas like I would. This is my promotion, and I'm talking about it. Well, he's like, well, I'm the money guy, and it's my promotion now. And I went and talked to Drake, and I went and talked to Scotty Vortex, I went and talked to Clifton Crunk, and they're gonna
Ooh,
work for me next month, and they don't care if you're not there. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went to my friends and said, hey man, me and Mike got heat. We're gonna go back to CAW, and we're gonna start running. We're gonna separate from him. He said, no, we're in the main event next show. And I was like, right, but see, like Mike's kicking me out, and like I invented this company. You know what I'm saying with Cliff, and like we made this company. He's like, yeah, but I'm on
yeah.
the main event too. And I'm like, yeah, but you're my friends, and like, well, you're definitely going to choose me over this guy that just has. He's going to pay for training for us. So they're going to bring in an American kickboxer, Izzy High. And I was like, okay, well, what the fuck? You're serious? And like, yeah. So I told my girlfriend this. My friend started to backstab me, and this guy's stealing my promotion from me and taking my friends.
Oh,
And she's like, fuck them, they're not your friends. And what about that show we went to down south? We went to King of the Death Matches 2001 together. And I would take her to wrestling shows at IWA Mid South and say, like, this is what I'm going to be like. One day, I looking at CM Punk, I'm like, I'm going to be like him one day. I can see it. Like, that's him and Signic Mondo, like, mixed
yeah.
together, like Sabu a little bit. Like, that's me. And Jeff Hardy, like, that's what I see
Yeah.
myself being. And she said, well, why don't you contact them and maybe you could like wrestle there? And I said, well, they're going to want me to train. So, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So that's why I went to IWA Mid South by myself. Well, with my girlfriend, but not with Drake and not with Clifton Crunk and not with Scotty Vortex. Scotty Vortex never trained with IWA Mid South. He was afraid of them and getting the fuck kicked out of him. Drake trained with them a little
Yeah.
bit. He tries to pretend like he got what I got, but he didn't get what I got. They liked Drake, so they didn't treat him like they treated me. Though he wants it to be like, well, I took a bunch of bad beatings from them. No, you didn't. They like you. They didn't try to take. They didn't want to kill you and
Yeah.
take your girlfriend and fuck her in front of you like you're cuckold. You know. So no, they didn't do as bad to you or to JC, or to Mickey as they did to me. That's just facts. That's just is what it is. Because when you
Yeah.
hate somebody, you're like way more mean to them than somebody you're like, I like you, kid. You know. Um,
Yeah.
so anyway, that's how. I don't know. What was the question? Randomly telling you the story
Uh,
about
no, 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 you're good.
IPW.
No, no, man, it's good to hear that story, knowing more about that. But my original question was like, was your family supportive of you in wrestling? And you said like your parents
Yeah.
were not
Oh,
that
so yeah, no,
supportive
that's what it was
because they,
about. Backyard wrestling. I got lost. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I remember. Backyard wrestling. My mom didn't know we were doing this at first, even though we were like trying to borrow the camcorder. They had a camcorder, and I'm like, Mom, we're gonna take the camcorder. They had a tripod and everything with like VHS
yeah,
tapes. And she's like, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
whatever, bro. I gotta go." Out the door. And then one day, my friend
uh,
Cliff splits his fucking forehead open. He sets like a metal shelf on my friend, gets on the chair,
I,
jumps off of it, and it flips into his forehead, and he's gushing blood. And my mom's a nurse, so we go to my mom, and she's like, "Well, how the fuck did this happen?" And then Cliff's got this fucking long ass stupid story about how he was in a tree and they fell in one of the branches. And my mom's like, "So you guys were doing backyard wrestling?" My mom's not believing this fucking story, his stupid story at all. And she's like, "You guys are doing backyard wrestling, aren't you?" Like,
oh,
"No." And she's like, "You shouldn't do that shit." And da da da. Well, they weren't into that. But then when I started training, they were like, "Okay, you're going to train, but it's dangerous, and you should still go to college for education," and which I did. Um, but
yeah,
when they
nice,
started seeing, like, when I got first booked for King of the Death matches, and I did like my first shirtless death match, and I got
yeah,
stabbed, it was kind of like, we told you so. This is what the fuck happens when you play with glass and stuff without a shirt on, and it kind of like that's why I was panicking when I got stabbed in the shoulder was because I'm hearing my mom like, "We told you
yeah,
so. We told you. You're gonna shoot your eye out, kid. You're gonna shoot your eye out." And I'm over here. I'm fucking Ralphie from Christmas Story with a goddamn. I just shot my eye out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about
yeah,
to like I had to drop guitar class because of that. I was learning how to play guitar in college. I had to drop that, and it really
oh,
affected me drawing for a while. And so yeah, they weren't into that. They didn't like to see me get fucked up, and they didn't see a future in it because there wasn't a future in it at the time. I mean, even though I worked with
I,
Pondo and stuff later, like Pondo never like took
yeah,
me under his wing and said, "Hey, kid, welcome to death matches." Even though I have a
yeah,
victory over him and king of the death matches, he never was like, "Would you want to come into IWA East Coast? Hey, I'm
yeah,
going to Japan. I want to take you and take you to Japan." Nothing like that. So I didn't see like where it was going to go either. At some point, eventually, after I made it to the top, did Cage of Death, Tournament of Death, King of the Death matches, everything. I realized they're never going to let me win one of these tournaments. They're never going to put the belt on me at this
yeah,
time. At this time, there's no where do I go from here?
uh-huh,
I thought you had to go to Japan through Pondo until I learned about Masada, who went to
uh-huh,
Japan by himself, which was amazing. Um, Big
yeah,
respect to Masada, by the way. And so they were right to some degree because you're looking at your son do these crazy fucking death matches and you're like, son, this has no future to some degree. Well, now look what happened with wrestling. NXT came out and a lot of guys got
mhm,
taken from the indies, became superstars. Seth Rollins, hell, let me tell you, the King of the Death match is where they jump Mike Levy. Seth Rollins is on the show, or Tyler Black. And we're in the main event over
really,
Tyler Black. Yeah, man, Tyler Black's on night one in the opening match. He comes up to me, Drake Younger, and Scotty Vortex like we're getting ready for our match. I remember I had long hair back then, so I look like Tyler Black in a way, and he kind of like looks at us like maybe you guys could be in Ring of Honor or something. Like, don't do this. He came up to us and he said, "Are you sure you guys want to do this death match with lamps and shit?" And we're like, "We're the main event, bro. We don't wrestle in Ring of Honor. Like Ring of Honor's not calling us. We don't. This is our time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Like what?" What, Tyler Black? What? No. Yes, we're gonna do this fucking match. And but he's not wrong being concerned with handsome guys about to cut themselves up and get permanent scars because maybe at that time, he's even
Yeah.
thinking like, you're not going to go to WWE if you do this, and maybe Ring of Honor is going to look at you like garbage wrestlers, you know. So he wasn't wrong in being concerned, but I thought it was funny that later on Tyler Black is fucking
Mm.
Seth Rollins, you know what I'm saying? And we was on main
Yeah.
eventing over him on shows. He's trying to like save us from
Yeah.
death matches, you know, on the show though, which is funny. Like, you know what, fucking Seth Rollins, I mean Tyler Black, you know what? You're right. We all three of us aren't gonna do the main event. I mean, like, do you think wouldn't that be crazy if like he talked some sense to us into us and we like left King of the Death matches? You know what, Tyler Black, you're right, brother.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be doing this shit, and we just like
Wow.
quit. Like that'd
Yeah.
have been crazy. But no, my parents didn't don't like that shit. They also told me to follow my dreams, and that I could do anything that I put my
Yeah.
mind to. So I listened to them. I believed them,
Um.
and I did. I believe in
Yeah.
wrestling, and I want to do that. Now they're more supportive of me now because I'm a grown ass man. I'm tough as nails. They
Exactly.
know it, and I'm helping here. They don't want me to be
Hmm.
here. They don't want me to get killed in war. They don't want me to. They would love for me to be home. They love me. You know, I love them,
Yeah.
and they're the reason why
Yeah.
I'm here. And they're the reason why I have confidence to be a wrestler. They're the reason why I have confidence to go to another country without even having a hotel booked or knowing how to get my cell phone to work. Like they made me who I am and made me a good
Yeah.
person, and they want to see the best for me. So right now, they think this is cool and everything, but they still know that I'm in a dangerous position. I don't have a girlfriend now to help take
They
care of me
just.
when I get cut up, so that's a problem. Maybe some
Yeah.
of my friends can help me, but usually my mom, I would go to my mom. My mom's a nurse. I would go to her, and she would take
Yeah.
care of all my injuries and shit. Even my friends would go to her. Scotty Vortex would go to her. Drake would go to her. And anyway,
I.
so yeah, they
I.
support me. They wish
Now
I
I
would
know.
just do regular wrestling though. They wish I would just do like a normal match. You know, they
Yeah.
when they hear like I'm in a normal match, they're like, "Yay!" They're like, "Good." You know,
I, I
like,
get it.
"All right,
I
we
mean,
know
they're
you
your
can do it."
parents. They just want to make sure you're safe.
Yeah, yeah. They love me no matter like and whatever I'm doing, but they're not stupid, and when they're giving me advice about wrestling and glass, they're not dumb. You know, I would tell my kid like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Yeah.
But we, man, we seen like a path. We saw something. Me and my friends, like Drake, comes from backyard wrestling with me, but Scotty
Mhm.
Vortex. We've been high school friends. We didn't just like become a stable in pro wrestling or friends. We were friends before we
Yeah.
got into wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we grew up like I'm older than them. I'm a couple years older than them. But when I started this
Yeah.
backyard wrestling promotion with Clifton Crunk, it got
Hmm.
in the newspaper, the school newspaper, and this got everybody hearing about us. And we were selling CDs, not DVDs, but CDs of our fucking highlight films. We put like music videos together of our backyard shit. We were selling it to kids at school. It was
Oh.
pretty cool. And this
Oh.
got us like popular. We were getting hot girls that we shouldn't have got, like the preppy girls. We were getting those bitches. Like it was weird. They were paying attention
Yeah.
to us. It got us like also negative publicity with like a real gang in our school. There was a gang called NRS called Naptown
Oh.
Riot Squad. And when they read the newspaper article about us being backyard wrestlers, they thought it was like boxing or fighting. And so they started wanting to like fight us. And that one time they came to our backyard wrestling thing. One of them uh, like wanted to fight me, and I didn't know why. And they said, "Well, because you was talking shit." And I don't even know these guys. I never met them in my life.
Hmm.
But they said that we was talking shit, and then basically it was stuff from the newspaper article about wrestling, about how I said I could take like punishment, I could take chair shots to the head or something like this in the fucking stupid school newspaper thing, and they took this like I was
Yeah.
talking shit or something. It was so weird, bro. They showed up to a
Yeah.
backyard wrestling event where we had
Yeah.
it was our last backyard wrestling event. Well,
Uh-huh.
second to last, when we rented a ring, and these fucking dudes pulled up to the
Oh,
backyard
wow.
wrestling show. There was a white supremacist like Nazi guy who had a Nazi tattoo, but he hangs out with like Latinos
Oh, what the?
and black guys in this gang. It was a weird gang, but he was like he really had a Nazi tattoo on his chest. He later went to prison for doing a drive-by shooting and killing a black little girl. His name was Trevor.
Oh
I
my
think he's been
God.
released from prison now, but he pulls up with this little Mexican dude named Pablo, and he takes off his shirt. He's got his Nazi tattoo, and we just had a main event. It was me and this guy Nightmare. Drake Younger was on the show. He
Hmm.
was called Polarius at the time. Clifton Crunk, Scotty Vortex was on the show. Scotty Vortex hit like a 450, the first 450 ever in this ring, and we kind of like started to see like what we could do in a ring. You know, we never had a ring, and we rented this ring for the show. These fucking dudes pulled up because they knew where the show was. They got a flyer at school and shit. Dude pulls up. My parents are there.
Yeah.
My dad's there. One of my other friends' dad's there, and they're on the other side of this fence. And these dudes pulled up, and my dad's and this
Hmm.
guy rips off his shirt. He's got a big Nazi logo on his chest right here, and he's with this Mexican dude, and they're like,
Jesus
they're here. We're
Christ.
like, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, you were talking shit, and I said, "Whoa, he's here to fight us." And I said, "Come on over." Starts to come over the fence. I ran up, punched him in his fucking mouth. Like, I'm gonna let you climb over the fence. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I ran up and fucking blasted him in his goddamn mouth. He fell
Yeah.
off the fence. He shook it like Ultimate Warrior. He was like, and the other dude kept like, you know how guys pull up their pants like, come on, like they ready to go. Like the Nazi dude kept pulling up his pants like
Yeah.
he's ready to like jump us. And my dad and my friend Jeremy Ping. He's cameraman for AEW now, Jeremy Ping, and he was called Dayton Suave back
Oh,
then. He's
okay.
cameraman for AEW, and he was there, and his
Wow.
dad was there, and his dad was drunk, and my dad was there too, and my dad and his dad were about to fight the Nazi guy. They were like, whoa, whoa, it's 1-on-1. If you jump in, like, we're gonna beat the fuck out of you, right? And the drunk dad and my dad, like, my dad was like higher than a kite too
Wow.
at the time, like on weed, and so my dad and Jeremy's dad kept the Nazi guy from jumping the fence to try to jump me, and yeah, dude, this is crazy because later it led to me and Nadia Nice, the manager, Chris Hero's manager or whatever. We were
Hmm.
at a movies one day. We went to go see some shit. I heard my name get yelled in the movie theater, Dustin, and we both turned around and looking for somebody who knew me, and I didn't see anybody. And we leave the movies later, and some dude comes up to me wearing a Fox like dirt bike jersey, and he says, "Hey, Dustin," and I
Oh,
was like, holding my girlfriend's hand. I was like, "What's up? Do I know you?" And he goes, "Nah," and he goes to swing a punch at me, and I ducked, and I fucking I punch him out of. I don't mean to, but I'm just like he swung at me. I punched him. 3 or 4 guys start kicking
yeah.
the fucking shit out of me, bro, beating my ass right in front of my girlfriend,
Oh,
and it was these guys from this gang NRS because of the backyard wrestling. Well, we had went to King of the Death matches recently, and I had taken one of the weapons, and somebody had made barbed wire brass knuckles, and it was really nicely made. And they even like pulled the barbs out like sharp. So if you punch somebody, it would like stab through their face, like longer barbs.
yeah, I
My
bet.
girlfriend had this. My girlfriend had these in her purse, and she fucking pulled them out and ran up to one of the guys and stabbed him in his back. And he goes like that as they're kicking my ass. He turns around and she sliced his face with them. Nadia Nice. She sliced this motherfucker's face with these
Holy
things. So he has
shit.
like claw marks on his face. And they all try to disperse and run. The cops come. And he's the only one that gets caught because his
Wow.
face is fucking bleeding. So out of all the guys, they tried to like stand in the crowd. And she's like, there he is. His face is bleeding. And he went to prison for like a year for this. We went to court and everything. And like, I
Ooh.
testified. She testified. And it's like these fucking dudes all over backyard
Yeah.
wrestling. They thought we were a gang. Because we were called CAW and they were called NRS. And they thought we were like, it was so weird, bro. We don't care about none of that shit. We wanted to be backyard. We wanted to be on WWE. We don't care about having a gang
You,
fight with these fucking dudes. But
yeah.
yeah,
You're
it was
just
it was
trying to
wild.
enjoy yourself. I get you.
Yeah,
I mean, you were just trying to
they
enjoy
they used to have
yourself.
backyard boxing
Just,
fights and stuff. So they took it like we were trying to like challenge them by just being a group of friends. Weird.
I mean, that's a little, I mean, that's odd. Not, it wouldn't even happen in my area because it's like you have so much sports that no, we don't have to deal with anything outside of that.
Yeah, it's it
Yeah.
was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I
So,
laugh at it thinking about it now. How crazy it is. It's fucking insane. It really is insane.
yeah. I mean, it's cool hearing these stuff because, like, it's always like you said, you never get to do something like this, and because like you're an outspoken person, like it's always hard to get somebody like that that has the balls to do it. And the good thing about it is that, like, hearing all even stuff out of nowhere, it's like, oh shit, that's insane. And then
Yeah.
you learn all the stuff from that Does that make sense?
Yeah, you'll ask me one question, it will make me think of something else, and then I'll like go on to
Nah,
something. So I know somebody is going to be in the chat somewhere, and they'll be like, "He asked you how you were," you know, and you went on a rant about like this or that, and I'm like,
nah.
it just
Hey, you're good. I
triggers
like I've seen.
thoughts and memories.
Nah, you're good, Dustin. Like I've heard like Pondo interviews. He would go off kind of like that. So like it doesn't bother me. It's always cool because it's interesting. So like you're good, man. Like you're really good.
When you bring up Pondo, it makes me think of the first time that I met Pondo, and it was at a thing called Fresh Fest, ran by I would say this man's my friend Ace Craft, who is the first
Mhm.
guy. I met him and Nate Webb together at this show,
Yeah.
TWA Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, ran by a guy who's dead now. His name was Rob Kincaid. Uh, and
Oh.
I met Ace and Nate there, and Ace said, "I'm running this show called Fresh Fest in North Vernon, Indiana, at this abandoned school, his old school, and he wants us to be on the
Hmm.
show." And we're like backyard wrestlers at the time, and I'm asking him about training, like where can we get trained and stuff, and he's like, "Well, I'll watch your match and tell you what you need." And we had like a three-way, me versus Clifton Crunk versus Scotty. No, me, Drake, and Scotty Vortex in a three-way match, and we had a really cool match, and he liked it, and he said, "Okay, you guys." At the time, Clifton Crunk had a knee injury, so he was on crutches, so that's why he wasn't on the show. He's also dead now, but
Yeah.
anyway, he booked us on the show, and it was in a weird match where it was like called double. Well, first we had a three-way, me versus Scotty versus Drake. He wanted us to do it again. Then me and Scotty
Mhm.
eliminate Drake. And by the way, this ring was made by Easy Cruz, and it was way higher than normal ring. The ropes were super high, the apron was super high, and at
Oh.
one point, Scotty
Oh. What
Vortex
the?
tried to do a shooting star press suicide dive, and
Oh.
he went whoop like this, and just went straight back and landed on his back, and we didn't catch him because we were out waiting for
Oh.
shooting
That must.
star, and he ended up doing a back bump off the top of this fucking thing on the floor. But anyway, we pinned Drake, and then there's other guys come out. Chucky Smooth, uh, who used to be with the Gold Bond Mafia, used to run with Punk and Gabbana and Dave Prazak. He comes out and he fights Scotty Vortex. It turns into a double Jeopardy match where there's two different matches going on at the same time. And Nate Webb comes out
Yeah.
and I'm wrestling Nate Webb. And
Oh.
actually, I was so green and stupid that I like stole Nate Webb's lunch. Like the whole time, all I did was do moves on Nate Webb because I was green and didn't know nothing, and
Oh.
he didn't try to like take over, and he like let me do it, and I was like hitting him with offense. So I was like, shouldn't have been giving Nate Webb offense at all. Like it's crazy, but at the same time, Scotty Vortex is getting his ass kicked by fucking Chucky Smooth because Chucky Smooth thinks he's a backyard wrestler, so Chucky Smooth's fucking him up, bro. Because he's from IWA Mid South and
Oh.
MAW and shit like this. And so I don't
Yeah.
know what's happening, but Chucky Smooth is fucking up Vortex the whole match, and I'm beating up Nate Webb like I'm fucking, Stone Cold or something. But and Nate Webb, God bless him, didn't fucking shoot on me or something for that. He was just like he was selling for me. It was awesome. Um, but on that show, I met Pondo. Pondo
Oh
worked with
wow.
American Kickboxer in a death match, and it
Hmm.
was I'd never seen like at that point lamps in person being used on a guy, and it was like we had used lamps in backyard, but I'd never seen the way they used lamps, which was like with a lot of blood.
Hmm.
We used lamps, but we had shirts on and all this. But Pondo, they took like lamps and put them in his shirt, and then Kickboxer kicked the lamps in his face, and then we were just like, oh my god, like it was so crazy. Pondo was
Ooh.
crazy to us,
Yeah.
and Pondo was backstage. We were like outside, standing on some steps. It was summertime, and Pondo said to me, uh, he said, kid, this is the most backstabbing business that there is in the whole world. And I just thought he's like some old man, like with like weird complainy, whiny, like
Yeah.
it's not what it's gonna be like for me, man. Everybody that likes wrestling is my friend, and nothing's gonna bad's gonna happen, and we're gonna just go to WWE, and not. He was right. And I didn't. It's just one of those things when somebody tells you something and you like something so much you don't want to believe them, And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, wrestling's not the most
Yeah.
backstabbing business. And you're like, you're just mad because you're not in
You you
WWE or
you
something,
learn it.
Like we didn't know.
You kind of just learn it. ahead of time while you were still active, and like Pondo is still active and he's still going strong, even with that dramatic weight loss he had, and he's been already in Japan a bunch of times. He's more lean than he's ever been, and it's insane. He's still going at it.
Yeah, Pondo has always been nice to me and never had a problem with him. Um, and I don't know. I wish Pondo liked me. Maybe he doesn't hate me or something, but I always wish he would have said like, "Wow, kid, that was really great," or um,
Yeah,
give me pointers or something and try to help me. But I never got that from him, and I always wanted that from him. I really
but
wish he would have said like, "Man,
uh,
come to Japan or something for me and Scotty Vortex." Like you're always hoping as a young guy that some guys like Necro or Pondo is like watching you, and they want to take you under their wing or help you. And I don't
yeah,
think that even though Pondo put me over, I don't think that he saw me as somebody that. Was like a Drake Younger or something because I was adverse to blading my
mhm,
face. I don't see the point of it if I'm doing full body color and the money's not there, and I
yeah,
didn't want to.
yeah,
I have a big forehead. I have a 5 head. Let's fucking and they're just fucking going coast to coast. And I'm looking at Corporal Robinson,
mhm.
like that's disgusting. And I'm looking at
Oh,
these like Hondo
dude,
looks
his
like he's been
forehead
wearing a
is
hat for
fucking gnarly.
bro. It's fucked. And then he's like look what he became like a guy that ripped off some Juggalo fan of thousands of dollars, stole from like Insane Clown Posse. Like, I mean, I can't imagine. It's not my life. I don't want to comment on him, but Corp, Corp is a shady
Not at all.
guy.
Don't worry.
I'm not a fan of him, bro. So like, if he gets mad or whatever, hey Corp, man, stop being a fucking scumbag, and nobody will talk shit about you. But I respect what he did in wrestling and stuff, but as a human, knowing how he tried to talk to my underage girlfriend when I was on AOL under her screen name,
Yeah,
knowing who he
yeah,
stole from, knowing he fucked over ICP. Like, bro, do you know what I'd give to like be friends with fucking ICP and be able to tell him my ideas and show him my rap and like they're like you're a wrestler and a rapper and you do death matches, goddamn kid. Like, wouldn't that be cool for like fucking Violent J to see that and be like,
yeah,
Diehard, come to JCW and like put goddamn fire under my ass and like promote me and also show him my rap friends and he's like,
yeah,
wow, they're talented. Wouldn't that be cool? But it's not happened.
yeah.
In fact,
And
my guy that
and
produced my music, uh, uh, Violent J shit on him on a podcast. My friend shocked someone, made a music video and used his girlfriend in the video. And Violent J like
oh,
my friend Shock Someone is like one of the fastest white rappers in the world, and he's done all kinds of tracks with different guys that are known in underground rap and stuff like this. And on one of these podcasts,
mhm,
Violent J plays his music video like random, like look at this stupid underground rapper, looks so fucking stupid and all this, and it's not Shock's best song, but and his girl's a normal girl, and he was like the bitch is fucking mid, the bitch is ugly, blah blah blah, and it's his girlfriend, and like Shock Someone is a huge fan of
ooh,
ICP. He was a huge fan of the way they did their business and everything, and then like can you imagine like you like your dream is to one day like give your sample to like Violent J and Shaggy and have them like take
yeah,
you under their wing and instead like you're appalled you're watching this podcast and they found your music video and they're like this fucking music video sucks dick blah 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 and they're shitting on him and he's like his heart's just like
yeah.
cracking bro just like what the fuck
Damn.
and so he took all his
Eh,
ICP CDs and he like threw them in the trash. I remember he had a stack of them and he made a video of it. It's like, man, thanks. I used to look up to you guys and then you didn't even give me a chance. Like, all you did was shit on me. No constructive criticism, nothing, and publicly.
yeah,
And and Violent J doesn't care. Like, he doesn't. When you smash small people on your way up, you don't remember them. You don't care about them. You don't like when
yeah,
you become a millionaire. You're not like, hey, that guy. It's not Billy Madison. You're not going back to the midget kid that still lives in his basement and telling him you're sorry. You're not calling. You're not calling
yeah,
the guy you picked on and telling him you're sorry, and he leans back and marks your name off the list of
yeah,
people to kill, and then puts his lipstick on. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you remember?
yeah.
Do you remember that
So,
scene from Billy Madison?
I
You
do
probably
the
don't.
midget part. I knew that was in Benchwarmers.
It was a bench. That was in bench warmers. It was in bench warmers. That's what it
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
was.
I was
Bench
old. I
warmers.
was old enough to remember Billy Madison. I was born in
Okay, I was
'96.
fucking. It was bench warmers. Yeah, maybe it was because. Oh, that's right. Because it's not fucking Adam Sandler. It's the guy that
It's
was
Schneider, Rob
Snyder.
Schneider.
Is Rob Schneider, and he goes to the guys and tells them sorry, and he calls that one guy. Are you sure it's not Billy Madison or one of them where he calls fucking Ray
No, because
Buscemi? Which one's the one he calls Ray
oh,
Buscemi and he leans back and
okay.
puts the lipstick on?
Uh, oh, that is Billy Madison. When you
It
said the midget, that was
is.
bench warmers.
That's it. Oh, that's I mixed the two together. My bad. So, but that's what I'm saying.
Now
Like,
you're good. You're good.
you would think like it would be awesome. I would CM Punk see
Yeah,
this interview and he's a multimillionaire and he's like, man, my bullying, my abuse, my rudeness, my disregard, my treating your girlfriend like a cum dumpster rat.
yeah. Like,
I would like to make it up to you. You know what I'm saying? Here's a
I
million.
mean, if that was the
Wouldn't that be
case, then
cool?
yeah,
Wouldn't that be cool?
it would be a
Or
case. Yeah,
hey, hey, bro, you want to fight UFC? Like, show all my deathmatch highlights and everything. Tell my story, and then we'll see who's the
yeah,
underdog, who gets cheered.
yeah,
Will they cheer for the millionaire
exactly.
Phil, the guy that's the punk? Will they cheer? Is he the punk now,
Hmm.
or am I the punk? Is he the underdog fighting the corporate man? No, he's the corporate man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm the underdog. I'm the punk. I'm the one
yeah. Like,
that's like what he's supposed to be. We've reversed.
yeah,
He's Vince McMahon. I
exactly.
am fucking CM
Like,
Punk.
get
So
I get what you mean. Can I sidetrack something similar to that?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
okay. So at my old high school, I graduated in 2014, but a few years later, after that, there were a bunch of there was these kids that were always bringing their instruments and music and like playing during fifth period lunches. I don't know what it was, but they would always get picked on for playing their music, and they would
Mm,
always do gigs as well. However,
mm,
here's the problem. Now people are kissing their ass because they end up getting a record deal. They're known as their group's called Eslaban Armada.
hmm.
They already have a bill. They signed with the big record company. They had a big song with. I don't think you might know who this person is. Peso Bluma. Are you familiar with him?
I don't. No, sorry.
Okay, he's like, that's all right. He's like the biggest musician in Mexico, but he's also in US because in California we have the biggest Mexican population. Anyways, they did a song with him. It went like number 7 or 8 in the top 100 billboards, and now there's people kissing their asses that they picked on them in school, and they know people are. They know who the people are. They're not stupid. Like they know who was picking
Yeah,
on
they
saying you're
remember.
never gonna make it in music, and
Yeah, you
there's
remember
people
those
reverse
people.
saying
Yeah.
like I knew you were gonna. Yeah,
I always
it
knew you were gonna
happens.
make it. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I had that little kind of experience when I came. So after the whole deal with IWM in South, when I stopped training with them after they beat me down so bad, like I had to go to the hospital.
Mhm.
Um, and my mom was like, "You're not training with them no more," and all this. And when that happened, I'm trying to change some plugs here. Um,
Mhm.
fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, so I stopped training with them, but later, when I came back, so I ended up training later with American Kickboxer. Just a second, I gotta plug this in.
Yeah, of course.
All right, there. So I started training with American Kickboxer after I left IWA Mid South House of Hardcore training, and eventually when I
Mhm.
came back to IWA Mid South, I had met with Ian at Carnival Extreme Wrestling and talked to him there, and then Drake actually wrote Ian. Drake was addicted to meth for a while, and I helped him get off of meth. I saved him from this, and my reward for this was him
Oh,
telling me that he actually went to my ex girlfriend's house and they made out. That was my reward for helping him get off
oh,
meth.
um,
That's cool. I love it.
I'm
So I
sorry to hear
sat in my
that.
truck as he cried. Yeah, as he cried, because I helped him get a job at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. I helped him get off meth. I would go over his house and pick him up because unfortunately, his mom and stepdad were doing meth and giving him meth, and they were a real bad influence. So
Oh,
I would go pick him up and help him get a job and everything. And my payback was that he told me in the car, started crying one day in my truck. I went and picked him up from work, and He didn't have a car or anything. I'd take him back and forth to work, and he started crying and said, "Oh, I gotta tell you something. I went over Kristen's. I went over Naughty and Nice's, and we made out,
Mm-hmm.
and all this, and I'm holding like my steering wheel. I'm listening to him talk, and I just imagine just like, wow, 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 just like hammer fist in his face into a blood puddle. You know what I'm saying? Just like murdering him.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And but I sat there and I just held
Yeah.
my steering wheel, like I gripped my steering wheel, like, you know, and I thought, like, I've lost her, she's gone, and I'm bringing you back, and we're gonna go into wrestling, and we're gonna fix what we started, how it got thrown off, how we got
Mm,
separated from CAW and to IPW, and the guys taking my promotion, and now that promotion kind of shut down at the time,
yeah.
and I started. I came back to wrestling, thanks to Brandon Profit, who asked me to come back, and I did a main event death match with him, which got the fire lit back under my ass. I'd quit wrestling after like the fallout with IWA Mid South training and them trying to fuck my girl,
Oh.
and so
Yeah.
Brandon Profit hit me up, and I'm like depressed. I want to die, like yada yada yada. And he like begs me to do this match. So I come back in Indianapolis, do a match. Holy shit, chance, all this, and they're like, you know, I learned a lot at IWA, so I was a lot better wrestler all of a sudden. And from there, um,
Увага, шановні працівники та гості.
sorry, I thought it was air raid alert.
Uh.
Um, so
Wait, that
from
happens a
there,
lot.
yeah, yeah, air raid alert, yeah. And I usually
Oh,
don't
okay.
go to shelter, but it's dangerous. You should, but a lot of people were like numb to it. It's like if we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Anyway, um,
Okay. Yeah.
I forget what I was getting to. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm so
Oh no, you
sorry.
were just. No, no, you're good, man. You were talking about Drake, and he took that he was with your ex, and I understand it
Yeah,
sucks. I
yeah, it was
can
real
I can
scummy. So what
relate.
I did, but I
It's
didn't kill him. Oh, you can relate. You had a situation.
but this was in high school though. Like, I try not to
Yeah,
talk about it because I was that upset. But I'm over it. I try to move on from it. It's been almost 12, 13 years already, so I'm cool with it. I'm
and
like,
same,
I don't
same
want to
with
think
me.
about it. I just move on.
Well, I bring it up just because it's history, and I never got to talk about this, but so I helped Drake get
Nah.
off of drugs and get back in wrestling. He told me that, but from there, like I realized I'd already lost her, and I don't want to lose this friend, and we're gonna go forward with this. And I forgave him. I tried to, but later it like dug at me for like years. It dug at me from what he told me. Like I couldn't believe that you would go. You know how much I loved her. You know how much it devastated me to lose her. You know, we were together for 2.5 years. She was my high
Mhm.
school sweetheart. Like I was with her since I was like 17, and
Yeah.
that was really cold and cruel. But I already lost that, so let's just move forward and try to build what we have with the Naptown Dragons. And we didn't even have Naptown Dragons yet, but we built it eventually. But then it like really
Yeah.
started like coming back up about what he did when I was offered from Ace Craft a spot on Jerry Springer. So we were going to be on Jerry Springer, but I ended
Oh
up giving it to
shit.
Scotty Vortex. Yeah, I ended up giving the spot to Scotty
Uh,
Vortex and OMG and Mickey
uh,
Knuckles. But it was supposed to be me and Drake and Noel Harlow. And so Noel Harlow is hot as fuck back then. And she's with that Vito Lagrassi, Vito the Skull or whatever, Skull Von Crush or whatever his
Big
name
Vito.
was. Big Vito. Yeah, she's with him, but she was badass back in the day, man. She's probably still cute. I haven't talked to her in years. Never had a problem with her. She's a cool girl. Um, but she was supposed to
Eh.
be the love interest in our little storyline between me and Drake. But the storyline that we
Mhm.
were going to have on there was too realistic and close to what really happened with me and Drake. So what was supposed to happen was on the storyline is that Noel Harlow and me live together, and Drake loses his job and is a drug addict, and then he moves in and sleeps on my couch. Well, while I'm at work, he starts fucking Noel Harlow. That's the angle.
Oh.
And I was like, Yeah, that's a lot close to like what actually happened. Where I helped
Oh,
Drake get off of drugs, and then
yeah,
he repays me, like at some point,
yeah,
with telling me that he tried to fuck my ex girlfriend, right? Or he did. He tried to
damn.
say they just made out, but
That,
she probably made out with
yeah,
his
but
dick. You know what I'm
it
saying?
I could tell why you gave the spot because it just felt way too what you just dealt with right now.
Close.
So I get it. But
Yeah.
Jerry Springer,
So I was
shit.
sitting there, bro. I was sitting in the car, like we were coming back from CZW when we got the offer, and I called Noel Harlow to ask her if she could do it, and she was like, "Yeah." And but then when I heard the details of it, I was like, "Ah, I can't do this. I can't do it." And they was like, "Why? Why?" Drake's like, "Why? They're flying us in. They give you like $100, $150 or something. They give you a hotel. And you feel like a celebrity." And Mitch Ryder had done it before. So, and I think Pondo was on there before too. So this was our
Yeah,
opportunity to be
I
on
did.
TV.
I saw that it wasn't on TV for me. I saw it on the Blako YouTube channel.
Yeah. So I ended up saying I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. And Drake was disappointed in it. I couldn't really tell him why. I didn't want to like bring that up again. I didn't want to like, well, it's really too close to me and you shit. I just made some excuses about it because I didn't want to cause any problems. And I
Hmm.
gave it to Scotty Vortex and OMG, and they ended up getting a hand job from a midget um, at the hotel room. One of the midgets that was on the show jacked them off in the hotel, like double jacking. I don't know if they skied it or
Oh my
not.
god. Yeah,
But
I crazy.
yeah, sorry for telling.
No,
I think they told this story on some shoot interview, but yeah, I
um,
didn't want to do it. I just thought it was too close to that, and so Mickey Knuckles is the one that ends up being on the show with them because I thought that when me and Drake fought, I'm gonna really hurt him. And somebody on here like
uh,
Diehard can't fight Drake Younger, bro. Drake Younger wins matches because wrestling's fake. Okay, and I'm not saying wrestling's fake like some guys like wait a minute, what
uh,
are those, bro? When somebody says
uh,
wrestling's fake to me, fuck you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking fake.
that
Fuck you. But when a wrestler
can
says,
I
I
bring?
mean, I mean that it's fake and that you're not goddamn Hulk Hogan just because a dude gave you a belt. Shut the fuck up. You're not really that badass.
Yeah, yeah. Can I sidetrack a little something about that?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So like it's like my family household. I love wrestling. My younger brother loves wrestling. Uh, my dad, he's but supportive for us. My mom used to like it as a kid in the 80s and 90s. My sister does not care, and she kind of trashes me and my brother and saying like, I don't know why you like this crap. It's fake. And I was like, okay. I showed her the video of Sid Vicious breaking his leg in WCW. Look at that. Is that fake? There's there's no special effects on his leg. And I showed Jun Kasai's highlight tape. It's like, look at his scars.
Oh,
Is that fake?
yeah. It must be.
I know. So yeah,
People say the
it.
stupidest shit,
Yeah, I was
bro.
like, believe me, I
And
go to
and,
shit.
and when I
That's why I
say
like
it,
going to
all I
indie
mean is
shows
like
because
the
you can have an
wins
open
and
conversation
like,
with someone compared
oh, time
to
out, time out, time out, time out.
anyone that goes to like a
Wait.
WWE or AEW show.
Okay,
Okay,
connecting. Can you hear me? You're frozen.
yeah, I can hear you. Oh,
What'd you say
my
about
bad. I think
AEW?
like I can go to an indie show with fans waiting in line, and I can have a conversation with them, and they're not gonna get offended. But if you go to a WWE, can you everything all right? Okay, so I go to a WWE show or an AEW show, they get offended if I bring up indie wrestling. It's like, where do you think all these wrestlers came from?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's some guys
Yeah,
don't like that. There's guys here that they don't know who I am, like Ukrainian wrestlers, and um, they don't know, like because they don't watch indies, they don't know nothing about my career. They kind of hear about it. They know that I know what I'm doing, and they know I'm crazy. And some of them are scared of me, scared to work with me because they think maybe I hit too hard. And they're more of like trained in like actor type wrestling, where like you have weak
yeah,
like ghost punches, and I'm not trained like that, bro. That's not how I was trained. I'm stiff
yeah,
punching and all this. So anyway, but these
yeah.
what was I saying? Was my point? Um, that they don't know who I am, but there are some guys here that do know who I am, and they
Hmm.
watch the CZW, and they watch GCW.
Yeah,
They see the deathmatch shit, but there's a large portion of the guys that only saw WWE stuff because they have a channel here called QTV
exactly.
where they would play WWE stuff and have Ukrainian commentary over it. So that's how they were introduced
Oh,
to pro
okay.
wrestling. So they're big Cena and they're big CM Punk fans. Like I don't know how many wrestlers
They
have
get
CM Punk shirts here, but it's at least 4 or 5. Um,
uh,
so CM Punk's like their Hulk Hogan. You know, like for my
uh,
generation, it was like Hulk Hogan and like then Stone Cold. You know, and for their
yeah,
generation, it's CM Punk and Cena. So
yeah. Like I don't really watch that much WWE only because of like how like fans like that kind of ruin it for me. And then you got like obviously the Rumble coming up. It's in Saudi. I don't even want to watch it because I don't like the stuff they're doing in Saudi. So that's just a me thing, in my opinion. Uh, yeah. Other than that, I get it. Like they're not. A lot of countries aren't used to like indie wrestling, but maybe their local stuff if they find it, and
yeah,
if that makes sense. But I get what you mean.
but it's interesting.
So
The deathmatch
Dustin.
guys, like a couple of them, Stella
Mhm.
here and Alex
Yeah.
Descend, they know who I am. And bro, the coolest conversation, the coolest thing I ever like, bro. I think the best year of my life was the year 2024 when I moved to
Mhm.
Ukraine because, dude,
Yeah.
I've like dated like I've banged girls and rats and I've had like girls flings and all this, but I haven't had a girlfriend since what happened with CM Punk and my girl, like my underage girl.
Wow.
They won't call him a pedophile; they'll call him an erdophile. I know they're trying to change the name because she's not like a child; she's like a teenager,
Uh huh.
and to be attracted to teenagers, you know, and they'll probably say like, "Well, it's legal. 16 is legal in Indiana or something." And I just think CM Punk was like 25, maybe he was like 24, 23 at the time, but it definitely is
Oh God.
like statutory rape, or maybe they waited until she was 18 so they could legally say that. I know Corp had her birthday written down because he wanted to fuck her when she turned 18. Um, but what was my
Um.
point about this? What were you just saying? Sorry. I'm trying to remember my point about this. What were
Mhm.
you saying? Please remind me. Because I
Oh,
have a
sorry.
point.
Sorry. I was gonna move.
Well, no, don't
Sorry.
move
I get. I
yet.
get. I was gonna.
What were you just talking about?
No. I was gonna say because like I was gonna move on to our next thing was the end the two segments we were gonna do the 4x4 and then 21 questions because I wanted to try to play a little something with my guests like
Yeah.
pick their brain a little bit. So
I'm just
like
trying to remember
the
why
four
I'm
by
telling you that little story right there about that. I don't remember exactly why I'm telling you that story. I'll have to watch it later and then I'll maybe remember what my thought is. But um,
no, no, you're good.
fuck, what was my thought? You were saying something about something and fuck, you don't, never mind. It doesn't matter.
No, 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 it's okay. I understand. Dustin, we're gonna do this thing called the 4x4. So it's basically four categories of Mount Rushmores of wrestling. It's going to be Mount Rushmore of male wrestlers, female wrestlers, matches, and then a random one I'm just going to put out there. And it's just quick fire answers. Not, it's going to be not what you think goes in there, your personal picks, not what the critics think, the dirt sheets, Russo, McMahon, Triple H, Cornette, nobody's, your personal picks.
Okay. All right. So what is
All
you
right.
start? Go for it.
Oh, actually, it's going to be towards you. So here's the first one. What is your Mount Rushmore of male wrestlers?
Mm. Across the genres, right? Just all the genres. Um,
Yeah, they're your personal picks, dead or alive.
Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Jeff Hardy, and fuck, it's got to be one more that's like really like the top guys. Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Jeff Hardy. Fuck that fourth one. Oof. Mm. Man, I mean, if it's gonna be like just like guys that really influenced me a lot. Like before to just get into wrestling, I'm gonna have to say then like
Yeah.
Stone Cold. It's like, and I want to
Wow.
say also Hulk Hogan, but I don't have enough room on there. But Hulk Hogan was my when I was a kid. That was who I loved. But what reignited my
Yeah.
passion for wrestling? Because at some point my uncle kept saying wrestling's fake. I was like, how do you? Why do you say that? He's like, well, the guy that comes out first or is already in the ring without music is gonna lose. And I was like, bullshit. Maybe he can win. And he's like, no, he always loses.
Yeah.
And then I started noticing, and I was like, God damn it, wrestling's fake. Fuck. You know, and so I stopped watching it for a while. And plus, like when I was a kid, bro, you can't
Yeah.
like I don't know where Raw is. I don't know how to find this shit. I don't. I sometimes randomly see wrestling on Saturday mornings,
Yeah.
like a recap. Like I'll be flipping to the
Yeah.
channels, and it's like there's the recap thing. So, um, blah blah blah. I didn't get to
I
watch
was shocked
wrestling.
that.
Go ahead.
Oh, oh, sorry about that. I was about to say I was shocked. You named four right out the bat. Usually people get so hard to pick four, and you just said Jeff Hardy, Rob Van Dam, Sabu, and then Stone Cold, and pretty much the honorable mention Hulk Hogan. And I
Yeah,
think before before I move on to the female part, can I show you something? I actually won it in an auction. I think you might know what it is if I can grab it.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me go grab it. Uh,
Oh shit, what is this? Is this Rib Air jacket? What you got here? Holy shit, that's awesome. Wow, that's dope.
yeah, it's the one I won. It's actually an old one, very
Holy
old,
shit.
1990.
WWF. Wow. Sick, bro.
Yeah, I
Wow.
won it
That's
and
Full? Full?
won it for like 200 bucks.
no, that's awesome. Yeah, Hogan is the one that first ignited my passion, and I was riding right along with Vince trying to trade Hogan out for
Yeah,
Ultimate Warrior because I thought Ultimate Warrior was awesome, and I would have been down with that because I was a dumb kid and I just thought Ultimate Warrior was so cool. His colors.
yeah.
I loved
Like,
Macho Man. I loved that
mhm.
whole era, bro. Every fucking body was awesome. Jake the Snake, Mr.
That was my
Perfect.
mom's era too.
I loved it, and but then at some point I kind of fell away from it. And then when Hogan like signed with WCW, I for some reason was home that day and I watched it on TNT or something, like the press conference, and I was
Yeah,
like, Hulk Hogan's coming back! Holy shit! What is this promotion? It's WCW. I never heard of it. And I thought it was brand new, but it wasn't. It had been around, and I just learning about this,
yeah,
and then I start seeing like Big Van Vader, who I'd never seen, and I see Sting, and I see like Ric Flair and Cactus Jack, and I'm just like, that's crazy. But wrestling was
it's
not.
cool.
I was not. I didn't keep up with it as a kid. Like I got to see these Saturday morning recaps, and then also you could rent like
Mhm.
a WrestleMania or SummerSlam on VHS tape. And so we would get them. It would be the wrong year. We wouldn't like have them chronologically
Yeah,
understanding what the fuck's happening, but we would still get these things. And we had Royal Rumble
right.
for Sega Genesis, and we had video games, and we would get one of my friends had like the magazines coming in the mail, so we saw all this shit. But eventually, when Hulk Hogan signed with WCW, I kind of like started paying attention a little bit more, and then we started
Yeah,
getting to the Attitude Era with Stone Cold and The Rock and Triple H and
yeah.
DX, and then like what really got me back into wrestling and why I say Rob Van Dam, Sabu, and Jeff Hardy is my
Mhm.
friend had a poster. My friend Brad Heck, who did backyard wrestling with us for a little bit, but he had a poster in his room. Brad Heck was the coolest dude I ever met. He was new to my school. He always wore Tommy
Yeah.
Hilfiger, which was super expensive, and I thought he was so cool. And he became my friend. He lived in a hotel, 3 or 4 rooms on the top floor of this hotel called the Waterfront Hotel in Indy. His mom was a manager, and I never fucking
Oh, okay.
ever have heard of this shit where people live in a hotel. I'd spend the night at his house. His mom's working all the time. He has like 2 huge ass fucking hotel rooms that are his. He's got like all the video game systems, and he's a single child and has his
This.
only his dad's not around, like his mom, so
Yeah.
he's like spoiled. He has everything
Oh,
he ever fucking wanted.
this feels.
He doesn't have to clean nothing.
It feels like.
And
Yeah. The way it feels like the sweet life of Zach and Cody to me when you said it like that.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, we would go down and like just eat free food at the restaurant downstairs because his mom worked there. It just felt awesome to go to his house, go to his hotel. And anyway, I had this poster of
That's
Sabu and Taz like facing off against each other, and it said ECW barely legal. And I was like, what is that, boxing, like Ultimate Fighting or something? He's like, no, it's pro
yeah,
wrestling. I was like, I never heard of that shit. I never heard of Sabu and Taz. What?
yeah,
The only it's not as cool as WWE. It can't be like, or WWF at the time. And he's like, it's way cooler. It's
yeah,
hardcore. Like there's real blood. It's real wrestling. And I was like, no, no, it's not. Nope, no, it's not better than Mankind and Undertaker. It's not. No. And then he showed it to me, and at first I was like criticizing the crowd size. I'm like looking around, like, why is the
yeah,
crowd so small? Blah, 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 and this. And then I saw like Axel Rotten run in with like a barbed wire bat, and I was like, "What's that?" And then they like ended the episode. I was like, "No, no, no, we need to watch more." And so I saw like Tommy Dreamer hit Raven with a chair inside the fucking cage, and then I saw Rick Rude, and I saw
yeah,
like Jerry the King Lawler, and I was like, why is there wrestlers from WWE over here? What's happening?" Like, and then I saw Sabu and Taz, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening, bro?" And then I saw Bam Bam Bigelow, and I was like, "That's Bam Bam Bigelow. Like, what's he doing here?" And he's wrestling Rob Van Dam, and Rob Van Dam's like flipping into the crowd on him. I was like, "Bro, what's
yeah,
happening at this promotion? What is this shit? Like, I've never heard of this, and there's guys from WWF here, and I got to figure this out. This is crazy." And so I started watching it, and I was blown away by it. And it would come on like 1 in the morning or something on like cable
yeah.
access, some weird channel we had in Indiana, and it was just that wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Uh,
it's
yeah.
extreme. I'm just like, rah. And so when they started having pay-per-views, me and my friends would chip in and get the pay-per-view, and I'd record them. I still have VHS tapes of like Living
But,
Dangerously, like recorded.
but
One of the
oh, that's
coolest things ever
cool.
was when fucking Sid came to ECW and he had his like debut, and he's like powerbombing Spike Dudley off the entrance. Or the time Taz fought Bam Bam Bigelow and he gave him a T-bone into the fucking crowd off the like stage and hit his head on the guardrail, bro. I'm losing my shit. This stuff
Yeah,
is awesome. Shane Douglas and Taz having that big feud, Sabu breaking his neck, and
mhm,
then Rob Van Dam, bro. Rob Van Dam's arc of like TV champion for so long, and then getting the world title, having his like feud with Jack Swinger or is it something Swinger,
Johnny Swinger.
um, Johnny
Johnny Swinger.
Swinger, and yeah, and Johnny Swinger was jacked at the time. Then later Jerry Lynn, and he invented like tonight Rob Van Dam's got a new move he's gonna debut, and it's like, what is it? And it's the fucking Van Terminator, and it's just like
Yeah.
it was so great. Later on, Cena versus Rob Van Dam on that one night only thing. That shit was
Oh,
so
One Night Stand
dope,
'06.
bro. Sabu versus Rey
That was a
Mysterio,
pretty.
bro. Bro, the shit was
You were more
fucking blowing
inspired
my
with
fucking
the
mind, bro.
ECW.
Yeah,
You were
yeah,
very
ECW
inspired to
was like,
ECW a lot.
bro, and I was at the ECW show where
Uh,
it was so crazy. Taz is WWF, Mike
hmm
Awesome is WCW. Mike Awesome has the
Yeah.
belt, and he has like heat,
Oh, you were
and
at
and
that
Mike Awesome.
show?
I was at that show, bro. I was at the Marat in Indianapolis, and fucking Mike Awesome
Oh,
comes
I want
into
to
the
hear this.
crowd because he had like heat. Yeah, bro. So this is crazy. I mean, we go to this show. I start out by saying I was a huge New Jack fan. I fucking love New Jack. I thought New Jack was fucking badass and
Hey,
cool.
rest in peace, New
And I
Jack,
seen
dude.
New Jack. Yeah, dude, New Jack is, even though he's a racist and crazy, what an anti-white guy, but I have respect for him in terms of wrestling and stuff, but also I have some bad stories about him, how he treated some of my friends. But it is
Oh, we
what it is.
can
But I
we can
still
hold
love.
off on
It's
it.
like,
Yeah.
but it is. Nobody's perfect. Whatever. But I saw New Jack standing by the entrance like
Yeah.
during intermission, and I'm like, everybody's scared to go up and
Yeah.
talk to him. I'm like, fuck that. I've got a weapon from
Yeah.
his match earlier, and I'm gonna get it fucking signed. It was like a speaking, the thing where you pull the string and it goes around. It's like, I'm a cow, or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to get this fucking shit signed. And I had a New Jack figure. So I went up to New Jack and I was like, hey man, awesome match. And he's like, right on, kid. And he signed my New Jack figure in the box. And he signed my little
Uh,
stupid weapon that he used at the show. Anyway, later on, they
yeah.
have the like Mike Awesome. We know he's going to be fighting tonight, and but we don't know who he's fighting. So Mike Awesome comes to the ring, and motherfucking Taz music's hits, and we know Taz is gone, bro. But Taz comes out, and it's like the whole fucking place. It's mind blowing that WCW and
Yeah.
WWF are in the
Yeah.
ring at ECW. It's mind blowing to us. And then the fact that Taz
All
won the
right.
belt and was still in WWE, I was like crazy, bro. Afterwards, I
Yeah.
didn't know it, but I met Rob Feinstein, the guy that tried to meet the 13-year
Uh,
old boy and got caught on like Catch a Predator or one of them
yeah,
shows.
that
Did you know he?
I rather can I rather not get to that part because
Yeah.
I've seen the news report. I rather not if that's okay.
Well, he bought that. Did you know he bought that or something? And he like calls in copyright strikes on it if you try to upload it to YouTube. I think it's sickening how the boys like
Uh,
do shoot interviews with
yeah.
him even after they knew about that. And I think that's one of the things
Yeah.
also that makes me sick about wrestling. I just want to say that the boys not holding that man accountable and not like it's the same thing with Ian. You'll hear a story about Ian and you'll still work for him for reputation. Well, guys know what
Yeah.
RF did and they still fucking do shoot interviews with him because he gives them money. Anyway, I
Hmm.
meet this guy that night, and I don't know that I'm in danger. Neither does my friend
Yeah.
Dayton Suave, or maybe we're too old for him. I don't know. But
Yeah.
he ends up, we end up like we're lurking around because we want to meet the wrestlers. We want to like get asked if like if we want to train or we can help
Yeah.
and we can like see them. So we're hanging around backstage, and I see Tajiri, and I say, "Hey, Mr. Tajiri," and he like growled at us. He's like, and we were like, Tajiri growled at us. Oh, cool, you know. And we talked to the video guy, and we said, "Can we help him?" Because we just want to be a part of the business. And so we're carrying tape
Yeah.
boxes out, and he says, "Pick a tape that you want. What do you want?" And I found Best of Sabu in Japan, and so I got that tape,
Hmm.
and my friend got some other tape. And while we were backstage, like taking the tapes, that was our whole point to like get backstage. And I saw like Rhino with his hair back, and he had glasses on. I was like, "Oh, Rhino wears glasses." And I saw Raven, and Raven had his hair back, and he was wearing glasses. Like, "Oh, Raven wears glasses." Like these guys are old or
Yeah.
whatever. And they looked so nice; they weren't mean
I
looking,
get.
and we were just like, "Whoa!" And Tommy Dreamer was telling us what to do. He was being cool to us, and it was
Yeah.
just wild, wild thing. And later
Yeah.
on to like be on shows with these guys, it was crazy. Yeah. So,
Mm,
uh, what? Oh,
that's cool.
about that show too. Who else was on that show? C.W. Anderson fought New Jack on that show, and we really expected something more from that match. And
Oh,
they only like they broke one table, but you know, anytime you see New Jack, you just like jump off the building. You know, but certainly he doesn't
I
want
get
to. You
it
know what
because
I
like
mean? He's like, God damn.
yeah, I know what you mean. All right, so okay, you got me your Mount Rushmore male guys. Who are your Mount Rushmore of female wrestlers? You're for just name them off the bat, and then we're gonna move on to the next categories of them.
Man, I'm gonna. I know that this might be controversial to somebody, but I'm gonna have to put Mickey Knuckles up in there because I think she's one of the baddest bitches of all time. Yeah, I do. I really think she's bad as fuck. I
Okay.
think she's tough. I think she went through hell in training. I think that she went through hell with a relationship with Ian Rotten, and that
Yeah.
she's resilient. She's tough. She might have
Yeah.
been rude and crude when she was younger to me, but I think overall, pound for pound, Mickey's one of the toughest bitches of all time. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so Mickey, uh, even though what happened with Mike Levy, all that, it doesn't matter to me. If you're just talking about you know ability and where they should be, and I think Mickey will go down in history as one of the toughest girls of all time in wrestling. And I'm glad to see that she went to Japan
Oh,
recently for her first time and all this. And I think she
yeah.
just real tough. I don't like the sexual stuff that she does now. A lot of dildo stuff and all this stuff. Just not me. It's not my cup of tea. But if any bitch is
I
gonna
get you.
wrestle a dude and realistically beat him, I think it's Mickey. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody else beating a dude,
For
like no offense, Masa Slamovich beating Nick Gage. I don't know. I didn't see the match, but I don't believe that. And maybe she's an MMA guy or something. I don't know her, and I'm not trying to cause heat, but I just think like I believe if Mickey beats your ass, but I don't know these pretty girls, Shotzi Blackheart and all this shit, like gonna beat Nick Gage. Like I
like
think it's. I know wrestling's a work, but it's still like unbelievable to me.
exactly.
But that's just me.
It's
Maybe
good.
they can make it make sense somehow, but it's like. and it's totally underdog can
Hmm.
beat, the bigger. It's wrestling, it's a work or whatever, but I don't like that kind of stuff. If there's going to be intergender, like it better be really
I
tough,
understand.
like Chris Dickinson
Everyone.
versus Kimberly. You know,
Hmm. I was gonna
have
say
you ever
like
seen
everyone
Too
has
Cold
their own
Scorpio versus
flavors.
Mickey?
I not seen that match. I know who Scorp is, and like I never seen their match. I don't
Bro,
know if it's on YouTube.
this match is stiff as fuck, and it's like when Mickey was like lighter and smaller, but she like stiffed his ass, and I don't know at the end if it was a work or shoot. I don't know, but I think he went backstage was like, "Man, you're really disrespecting me," or said something like that, and either it might have been a work, I don't know, but because she was really super stiff with Scorp, and it was a dope match. It was very hard hitting. So
Yeah,
I would
it's
say Mickey, and I think Io Sky, especially. I think it's Io Sky. She was in Lucha
ooh, oh,
Underground.
yeah,
The one with the who's the one with
yeah.
the
She was
insane
for a
elbow?
bit.
Kari Sane. Kari Sane has the insane elbow.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay,
Yes.
so
So Mickey Knuckles, Io Sky, and Kari Sane during your Mount Rushmore for females.
I think one of them is one of them. I think it's the one with the insane elbow. It's the Kari Sane. Then if that's the one,
Oh,
it's
then Kari Sane.
one of
So
them that
okay,
fought
Mickey
Pentagon Dark.
Knuckles.
They fought Pentagon Dark and Lucha Underground. I think she's one of the baddest bitches of
That
all
was
time.
Io.
Okay, so I like
That
both
was
of those
Io.
girls. And boom, boom,
Who's your last?
and I have to say, for girls that are badass, it's got to be Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley for me.
Ooh. So you
Yeah.
went more modern than classic.
I don't. Who is classic? Who are girls? Like there was no girls division like Alundra Blaze. I don't know who the, and I don't know a lot of Japanese Joshi girls. So there's probably some. And I could have said
Okay,
Aja Kong.
I get it.
I could
Yeah,
have said
I
I
get
could have
what
said
you're saying.
Amazing Kong, who I do think she was
Yeah,
badass in TNA and Japan. She was awesome.
yeah.
I
Awesome Kong.
a dream match of
I mean, there's
Awesome Kong and Mickey was happened and it was dope.
that. I mean, it would be. But that's insane. Like you put modern, like Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Rhea Ripley, and then you put in Mickey. That's a really good, interesting one. So that's. I'll give you props on that, dude. All right.
Thanks. I
So,
want to say honorable
uh,
mention Asuka. I love Asuka. I don't know why I
oh,
didn't
okay,
mention it, but I love Asuka. I think she's awesome.
okay. You could put her as an honorable mention. All right. So who are you? What's your core four matches that you love?
Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe. Have you ever seen that?
Oh shit. I have.
That
That was
match is
the
fucking
most
dope,
hardest
bro.
fucking match I've ever seen.
I show people that match if I want them to see like a badass match. I'm like, watch a fight. We're gonna watch this fight, and I
Wow.
think
That
especially the
is one.
controversy at the time because CZW like deathmatch
Yeah.
and like pure guys that they weren't mixing up yet, and Ian Rotten was like, we're about to see some shit. So I give it to Ian for some of his booking ideas because that idea that was not bad. That was a dope ass idea, and it fucking was awesome. The match was dope. And later, what's crazy is Necro got off a plane. Right, he flew in from Japan
Yeah.
and did that match, and
Oh,
then he did another match after that. Teamed up with Toby Klein and made Tough Crazy Bastards, and they took on Justice Payne and Nick Gage, and I think they did the chair throwing spot at the end where all the fans throw the chairs. So
like
Necro's like
I would
double
have been
duty.
feeling. I know, but like Necro though, he took a gnarly spot when he landed head first on the concrete. That's wild, and
Twice,
he still
twice.
continues.
One off the apron, one first
I know.
on the floor
That's the one
outside,
that gets me. When I
and
saw
then
that
one.
and he hits the top of his head, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
"What the?"
gross. It's
I was like,
fucking
"Ooh."
fucked. I like Necro's fighting spirit in that. Like at the end where he gets up and he's like, "No, I might have lost, but fuck you," and I just love that. And I felt like such a shoot. It felt so cool. So that's definitely one of my most favorite matches of all time. I remember that being one of the reasons why I wanted to train at Ring of Honor, why I wanted to be friends with Necro Butcher. Like to me, Necro Butcher is one of my heroes, um, because and I would have put him on my Mount Rushmore, but there's not enough room. But Necro Butcher's
I
on
guess.
my deathmatch Mount Rushmore for sure, um, for many reasons. But one of them is So Necro Butcher had a girlfriend who he would tell you that he had no business dating because she was hot and he had her. Well, Chris Hero used to tell her like, "Why are
Yeah.
you dating Necro? He cuts his face. He's a garbage wrestler. He's gross. Blah blah blah." And it would talk shit. And well, she told Necro what he said. So there was a show. Mitch Ryder, God rest his soul, had a show in the Midwest called XICW, and
Uh,
he had like Fox News was in the ring interviewing Mitch Ryder about the show they're gonna have that night. He's like, "Oh, Daddy, we're gonna have a big old show outside. Daddy, it's gonna be wrestling. We got the Necro Butcher, we got Chris." And Chris Hero is there, and Necro Butcher comes in, drops his bags, and starts fucking throwing fucking bombs at Chris Hero and beats the fuck out of Chris Hero. Chris Hero's trying to say, "I'm sorry,
wow.
I'm sorry," and he's like, "You talking shit about me to my girl? You trying to take my girl? Fuck you. I'm not Diehard Dustin Lee. I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, you're not gonna do this to me." And Necro beat his ass, bro. And so hearing that story, and then like the news cameras are like, "What's happening?" And they think it's wrestling, like an angle or something, but it's not. It's like Necro piecing up Hero.
Yeah.
I heard that story and I was like,
It's
pure cinema. Like I just thought it was like awesome. So Necro's my hero for that, and just also just being like he was always nice to me. He's never rude to me. Spent the night at
that's
my house and shit. Like Necro was always cool. And in fact, me and Drake brought Necro in one time to IPW and paid for him ourselves because we wanted him to be a part of our feud that we were doing. And it was going to be me and Necro versus
oh wow.
Drake and Brandon Profit. We had a little thing going, but then Mike didn't like it because he told Necro not to use chairs, and Necro, the first thing Necro did was like break a chair just to be like, "Fuck, Mike, Mike's not my boss." The promoter guy. Um,
Yeah.
so now you're saying matches. So
That's
Necro, Samoa Joe, Mankind,
that's one.
and Mankind and Undertaker, Hell in the Cell. Um,
Oh,
the
okay. What's
Hardy
your
Boys
third
versus
one?
Edge and Christian. Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian Dudley Boys, WrestleMania, the ladder match,
With the
the
Dudleys,
ladder
right?
TLC match. Yeah, with the Dudleys. Yep.
Oh wait,
And then the
which
next,
one is it? The 2000 or the 2001 one?
ooh, they did a rematch, didn't they? I think it's from 2000. I think it's from WrestleMania 2000. Maybe the second one because I know one of them Spike Dudley's
The f-
involved.
uh, yeah, that was WrestleMania 17. So that one, the 2000, the WrestleMania 17 one. Okay.
Okay, and because I really that
And
really
then
changed the
what
business. It
your
was
last
awesome.
one?
Last one, it's
And then what?
biggest, most favorite match. Gosh, this is I'm trying to think back. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena when Brock Lesnar came back from UFC. It's dope.
Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting that
Yeah,
one.
I know nobody was gonna choose that, but honestly, like at that time, like that match is badass, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Like, you have this feeling that Brock Lesnar's not fake. You have this feeling Brock Lesnar is here and he's like UFC Brock Lesnar. And in fact, at one point, like
Yeah.
Cena punches him in the face with a chain. It's a shoot, bro. He like really splits him. And I don't see Brock Lesnar getting color like with a blade, bro. I think
It,
Brock Lesnar just split his fucking head split open.
yeah.
And bro, that match, I remember at the time it was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. It was really awesome, bro. It really was fucking dope. And I want to say some cool other match. Like I wanted to mention Rob Van Dam. I really loved the Rob Van Dam Cena match that one time. I thought that was good. But I wanted to mention like some Rob Van Dam match from
Well,
ECW. But there were so many
we
good
can leave
ones
it
I
as an
can't
honorable
mention.
mention.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam defending the world title,
No, I get it. That's
maybe
why I
against
make it
Jerry
harder
Lynn,
for.
because they had some bangers, bro. Jerry Lynn and RVD, like I just Jerry Lynn and RVD is
Yeah.
like the Kyle Fletcher, fucking Kenny Omega of modern time. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
man, if I could say, I can't, and I don't know, but I sure do like Kenny Omega. So I can't put him on the list, but I think I have a lot of respect for Kenny Omega, Kyle Fletcher, and there's one more
Yeah.
guy that's like in their little thing that's like these guys are wild, taking wild neck bumps, bro. Oh, and I didn't get to mention Pac. Pac is one.
Darby
If I had
Allen.
bro, let me. If you want an AEW one, I'll say Darby Allen, Pac, um, fucking Kenny Omega, and Kyle Fletcher. These niggas is dope, bro. They're crazy,
Oh,
bro. I love them.
wow.
Like, if I had a
Yeah.
top four AEW guys, those are my guys. They're dope. Darby
Well,
Allin is so
that,
cool, man.
well, I was gonna say, well, the fourth category was a random one, so you just named it off for me. So that's your AEW Mount Rushmore, okay?
Yeah, those guys are dope. I mean, you gotta Hangman Page is awesome. Like, bro, there's a lot of cool guys in
Yeah,
AEW that are really dope, and I hope
yeah,
that I'm glad there's another place, And I just recently saw that Toby Klein maybe is
exactly.
gonna start be working for Action and maybe Ring of Honor. Like Toby is he's coming back after
He
several years of retirement.
actually, yeah, I saw him. He's already booked for ICW coming up in the end of February, I believe. And then he's already booked for some shows in Vegas. I was like, wait a minute. He said he would never do bumps again, and now he's back doing bumps. That's wild.
Yeah, well, it happens. It's some weird thing. You go away for long enough, and then it like you come back and it like you're healed and you can take crazy bumps again. That's gonna happen.
Yeah,
And that look at me. Like I don't know what the fuck how I just got back into it. Like literally, it was like riding a bike. I didn't feel this
yeah,
weird, like a bunch of ring rust. While I was going to the gym and training with Ukrainian kickboxing champion Andrei Razalov before I started wrestling here. So I lost 40 pounds in like
wow,
between 2023 and 2024. And I was training hardcore in Odessa and
wow,
running on the beach and everything. And then when I found out about wrestling here, I was going to a smaller gym called Smile Gym in Odessa. And one of the guys asked me, "Do I need help learning how to use the machines?" And I was like, "Fuck you." I didn't say that to him, but I was just thinking, like, you think, like, fuck off, kid. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm
wow.
retarded or something. It was like, it was
Eh,
funny to me. But I said, no, I don't need help learning how to lift weights, bro. I used to be a wrestler and I go to the gym. And he's like, "You used to be a wrestler?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like Olympic wrestling or pro wrestling? I was like, pro wrestling. He's like, "For real?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm training to be a pro wrestler." And I was like, "No, you're not." Like, what? How? You're in Ukraine. There's wrestling here? And he's like, "Yeah, there's wrestling here." I was like, "Where are you training, bro, in here, in this city?" He's like, "I go to a judo gym and train there." And I said, "Well, where's the ring?" He said, "It's in Kiev. The shows are in Kiev." But I just started training. I said, "Bro, shut the fuck up." And I pulled up a picture of me and I said, "This is me." And he goes, "Whoa, wow, that's you. Holy shit." And so he wrote them and said, "Dude, there's this American wrestler here in Ukraine." And they started adding me on Instagram. And then they wrote me like, they know who I am. And I was like, "How do they know who I am?" He
wow.
said, "Because like, the owner knew all about indie wrestling. And so he knows who I am. And then also, like, one of the wrestlers, Jake Kobe, knew who I am because he watched a lot of CZW. He's a big Chikara fan, so he probably saw me at Chikara King of Trios, and also CZW guys worked in
Yeah,
Chikara, so he know a little bit about that. And then their hardcore guys know about me, like Skella and Alex Desin know about me. So they end up hitting me up, asking me to wrestle, or actually asking me to be a special guest referee at their show. And I was like, no. I will not be a special guest referee. I'm not Drake Younger, bro. And you're not paying me, $60,000 a year. I said, if I'm coming to you guys, I want a match. I want to wrestle. They're like, well, it's been 16 years. Can you fucking go? I was like, bro, I'm in the best shape of my life. I got six-pack abs. I'm fucking training in kickboxing. Like, I'm ready right now. I can't believe I'm like, this is why I've been getting ready. Now I know why. And then they told me they raise money for drones every fucking show. And I was like, "Dad, send my shit. Please go get my shit. Go like open up my Batman vault, get my costume, and send my dad sent me
yeah,
shit, all my gear." And I fucking started fighting for them because of that, man. So it was like very crazy. I didn't expect to come back to wrestling ever. Like I didn't care about it. But when I found out there was wrestling here and it helps the country, I'm down, bro. And I
yeah,
I felt like yeah, I'm hyped for it. I like wrestling here. I like working with these guys. I like bringing these guys up. I like training with them. I like seeing them get better. I like having matches with them. I don't mind putting guys over as long as it makes sense and it helps bring them up and it doesn't
yeah.
really damage me. It's a good like way to win
Mhm.
or whatever. And hell, I got match of the year, debut of the year. Like, bro, 2024 was my fucking year, bro. And I got a girlfriend. That's what I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
get to
actually
mention. I
really
got a
cool.
girlfriend, bro. Right at this time, around this time, I got a girlfriend and I started coming back to wrestling. It was awesome. This beautiful fucking Ukrainian girl, beautiful, nice girl with a dog. And One day I'm walking. I'll tell you this cool story. I'm walking, and Alex Dustin calls me from UWA, and he's talking to me. He goes, and my girl's with me, and she doesn't know me as a wrestler. She doesn't know nothing about this shit. So she's hearing about me being a wrestler for the first time. My Instagram was suspended at the time, so she never seen a rest. She's seen like one wrestling picture I showed her, and she was like, whatever. She doesn't care about it. But this day I'm walking, and I have a video call with this dude, and he's like, Dustin, it is amazing that you are in Ukraine. It is an honor to speak to you. I used to watch you when I was like 14, and I saw all your Cage of Death. I seen Tournament of Death. Like, you're in Ukraine. This is a great honor for us. Like, it's so amazing. You're so great. Blah blah blah, and all this. And my girl's like hearing this, and it's the best thing you could ever have. Like, if you want a girl to like you, just wish
Yeah.
Alex Dussin would call you and start putting you over, and like, well, don't mention how old you were when you were watching me. Shut the fuck up about that, because you're making because you're making me feel old as fuck, son. But at the same time, like
That's why I
continue,
had to say
like
apologies in advance.
like shut the fuck. But it's okay. No, some girls don't have a problem with it, but most girls are like, wow, you're that age, you look great, and I'm like, well, I don't drink, so and I go to the gym, I take care of myself, but bro. He put me over so hardcore in front of my girl. Like my girl's like, "Who the fuck is my boyfriend? Like, who is this? Who is this guy? You know, like, there's dudes in Ukraine who know you and like look up to you and shit. Wow, you know what I mean? Like, so it was so cool the way they treated me. Alex welcomed me so cool, and he's still my best friend, one of my best friends to this day, honestly. And even though he's not wrestling for UWA right now,
Right.
um, he's still awesome. And so, yeah, that's 2024 was my year, bro. And after all the years of just like being alone and just, you get with girls, but they always compared him to Naughty and Nice. I always like, she's not as good as Naughty and Nice. She's not as good as my ex girlfriend. But when
Right.
I came here,
Yeah. I
I found a girl that was as good and better than my ex girlfriend. So it was amazing, and technically way younger than it would have been if I would have stayed with Naughty and Nice my whole life. So CM Punk and them did me a blessing. As much as for years I hated them or whatever, they honestly like. This is the thing: if your girl cheats on you, bro, it's not it's not the guy's fault. It's your girl's fault. You know what I'm saying? And they're showing you your girl is a fucking hoe, bro.
yeah.
They're doing you a favor. 'Cause if your girl can't control their fucking selves, yes, maybe if I wouldn't have took her around them, we would have been together still or something. But I did, and it went away, and it
Yeah.
hurt for a long time. But I learned uh, that it was a blessing in disguise. Who you don't want to be with someone that's the
I
wrong person. And as much as I hated those guys, they did
agree.
me a favor. And I would say to this day, even all that shit happened, bro, I have respect for CM Punk. I look up to his career. I think he's like awesome in terms of like what he's done. I think that's cool, and I don't have heat on that. And I really am not mad about what happened back in the day. I don't give a fuck about it now because look at me, I'm fine. And I maybe lost some
Yeah.
years, but I'm making it up here, bro. And I'm really living um, every day to its fullest. And I'm in a place where I'm thinking about getting killed every day, and no longer just thinking about like ending my own life. Like if I'm gonna get killed, I'll get killed by Russia or something like this. Maybe it's kind of why I came here. Is like either I'm gonna find something to live for, or I'm gonna get killed by Russia because it's really hard to kill yourself. And I've tried and I've thought about it and I've really but this place has taken me away from my gun. It's taken me away from this bridge I used to ride out to on my bike, thinking all this bad stuff about my life and wrestling and everything. And even though I lost my girlfriend here, um, I still I'm appreciative of having her because she's a real special person, and I'm blessed with having the memories and just having that experience. And now I'm still here, and I still
Yeah.
opportunity to either get back with her one day if she ever wants to, or I find some other girl and I'm talking to other girls. It's cool, bro. So um, I'm
Yeah.
really I'm really happy
Things.
to be where I'm at right now, and I say thanks for talking to me and thanks for letting me rant off and say things and whatever. It's cool that
Nah,
you're
no
interested in
worries.
me, man. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, no
I used to
worries. It's
watch you
just
when
like
you were young,
I always
when I
try to.
was young.
I know that's why I had to say sorry in advance because I didn't want to make you feel old when I
I
said
don't. I don't. I feel good, bro. So I'm gonna. I
that.
can't go to the gym now. It's too late. But I go to the gym and I feel
Um,
really good, bro.
I
So
was
yeah.
gonna say But Dustin, I was gonna say like because I know we have one last segment because like right now over here in California it's 10:32 a.m. So like
We've been talking for a while,
yeah, so
right,
like
bro?
I did not pay. Yeah, yeah, but
Okay.
I like it. I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's just like I do have. I just want to. I do want to take care of my
You have
other stuff
life.
because I
You
have
have to go
errands to
live your
run
life.
later. So
Understand. Hey,
nah, I
it's whenever
understand.
you
But
want to
hey,
wrap it up,
I
bro.
hope. I do hope one day. Nah. But I do hope one day, if Ukraine is safe, I would love to come out there and check out UWA. Maybe hang out with you as well. Or if you ever come out to California, hey, I'll be your man. Then if we can hang and shit.
Bro, I would love to. And you tell the local promotion that I'm available and that I'm down for getting crazy, bro. And when it comes down to like a death match, some sort of stuff, like I do it a different way than a lot of
Yeah,
guys. I mean, so I would be down to come out to California if they want to bring me in. That would be super sick. But if the war ends, which
yeah,
man, wouldn't that be great? But you're
yeah,
more than welcome. It's fucking super dangerous. If you do want to visit here, the State Department tells you shouldn't. They're right.
yeah.
I mean, we have no water right now, and it's a power outage, so it's not as comfortable as it
I
might be,
I get it.
especially in wintertime. But yeah, I totally think you would
Yeah,
enjoy a visit here, and you'd find maybe some cool stuff
I
here.
would.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to be your tour
But
guide,
like
just to show you as much as I know. But I'm not the expert Ukrainian expert that some of my friends are, So
nah, bro, you're good. I understand, but hey, I'm happy to take on your offer on that. So, we're gonna do the last thing, and then it's called 21 questions. Pretty much, it's just quick fire answers. Just name, just answer, and then we move on to the next remaining questions till we hit 21. Okay.
okay.
All right. All right. First, all right. Question number one: what was your favorite cartoon as a kid growing up? You have to pick one.
Hmm. Different phases. I have to say, Masters of the Universe, the first one.
Okay, He Man. All right, all right. Number
Yeah,
two, what what's the one thing you find in people repulsing?
bro, it's just being disingenuous, disloyal, untrustworthy, sus. Yeah, I don't like two-faced
I
people.
get
I
you.
don't like liars. I like my word. My parents taught me your word is your bond, and I believe in that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I feel
dishonesty,
you.
disloyalty.
All right, number three. Oh, sorry about that. I cut you.
Fine. You good? I'm done.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, sorry. All right. Number three. What what was your first car?
A Geo Tracker, a red Geo Tracker
Oh shit, I
convertible.
haven't
It's like
heard
a
those in
it's
a
like a
while.
Jeep Wrangler. Yeah, they don't make them no more. It was bro. It was such a. That's how I got Naughty and Nice.
Uh,
It was a pussy magnet,
uh,
bro. You pull up in a red convertible in the summertime. Bro, I had them big ass titties on me like ASAP when she saw that car. I was like, for cheesy.
oh my god.
I just
All right. I
slurping.
okay. All right. Uh, all right, number four. What is your favorite go-to fast food place?
Favorite fast food place to go to?
Yeah.
That's the question. Shit. I'm I don't really go to a lot of fast food places, but I have to say, is Penn Station count as fast food? Penn
I
Station,
honest
or is that no? Because they don't have a
Penn
drive-through.
Station.
Do you have Penn Station, Italian?
I'm
They make like
I'm not familiar with it.
they make Philly cheesesteaks and fresh fries right in front of you.
Oh,
They
that
cook
sounds
it
cool.
like it's dope. So I don't know if
Oh,
that's fast food.
that I, I can take it. Like I mean, it's not in California, but I'll take it. So okay,
Yeah, man,
number
if I'm gonna
five.
choose one that's more mainstream, real quick, let me say that McDonald's has their shit together. Even though it's poison in the food, like you could sit a hamburger out for like 4 years and it won't melt, like it
I
won't
I
rot.
used to. I used to work there, so I know.
Yeah, but it smells damn good, bro. I'm walking through Odessa one day, looking at my phone like this, and I smell America, and I'm like, why do I smell America? What the fuck? And I look up, and there's a McDonald's, and I was like, oh, it smells the same here too. So just honorable mention because they're still operating during war. I want to say McDonald's. There's also KFC here, which is a
Okay.
little the
All right.
offerings are different, but yeah. So honorable mention KFC,
Okay.
McDonald's, just because they're still
Donald's.
operating during war.
Okay. Number five. Okay, number five. What is what was one thing you always wanted to buy that you couldn't get?
That I can buy now.
Uh, yeah, like you when you were a kid, you saw it, you really loved it, but you couldn't do it because you didn't have a job or had money for it. But now that you're older, now there's that opportunity you can.
Oh well, I don't want it now, but when I was a kid, I wanted the USS Flag, GI Joe aircraft carrier. I always wanted that, and it came out
Oh,
before my like ability to ask for it for Christmas. But my cousins who lived in California and we went and visited them, they had this thing. So when I was a little kid, I always wanted that
oh,
to put my Joes on and all this. I dreamed of that, and they just didn't sell it. There was no internet back then, so you don't know how to get this thing. You know, after they stopped carrying it at Toys
yeah.
R Us and shit, and ain't nobody at that time like selling theirs. You know, so it was like holy grail. But I
Sure.
see them now, like at toy stores, like places got like, they brag, we got 5 or 10 U.S. flags, and it's got all the parts. And
Yeah.
that thing was the shit to me, bro. I really loved it. So probably that. But if it was to be things I can buy that I like can now, that's like an adult type thing. I
Yeah.
still, uh, I don't know, man. Just the U.S. flag.
Nah,
That's it.
it's
Yeah.
okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that
I'll
really
take
is.
that
I
answer.
think
All right.
back on that, it's the superest, most coolest thing.
All right. Number six. What is your favorite candy that's in Ukraine or snack?
Oh, that's a good question. I can answer you in Bulgaria, as I lived in Bulgaria for a little bit with my girlfriend. There was these little things I called them apple
Okay, I can take
tasties,
that
but it
one.
was almost like a little apple snack. Like not it's not cookie. It was more moist than a cookie, but it looked like a biscuit. But it was like apple had apple in it, and we called it apple tasties.
Oh,
That was in Bulgaria, and I could send you a picture sometime so you know exactly what to look for if you go there. Um, in Ukraine, they're tasty. They have a
okay.
company called
Like
Roshen,
that.
which they have Roshen and Milka.
Russian.
Roshen is owned by a former president here, like I forget his name, Roshenko something, Roshenko. Anyway, so he has a candy company here. It's pretty good. And then there's also Milka, which is here. I have to say that
Oh, I love Milkas.
they have Milka there in USA or no?
We get them imported, but I used to get them a lot in Portugal from my ex. So where she lived in Portugal, so they would have Milkas all over the country there. So I was able to get them from her. And then I found out there was a
Mm.
grocery store out here near my area that had imported goods, which I saw they had Milka. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. But I had to pay like twice the price for it. But I was like, okay.
Yeah, I say that maybe I like Roshen's lemon wafers. That's really evil. It's 100% sugar. You shouldn't eat it. But I really like those, and then I like some dark chocolate. Because I know dark chocolate has like antioxidants, so I like maybe like a dark chocolate, maybe Roshen that's here. And they have some other
Okay.
stuff, but pretty much that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number seven. Okay. Oh, yeah. It was seven. Number seven. All right. What's the one thing you miss back home in Indiana other than your family?
In my cats, I would say. Uh, riding my bike with my dad, and just like hanging out and watching like
Okay.
regular TV. I mean, I know it's with the parents again, but like we're just watching TV with my parents, like watching Andy Griffith or Sven and watching like an old B movie on
Yeah.
Saturday night, like chilling with my folks and just watching like black and white TV, Andy Griffith, Father Knows Best, Leave It to Beaver, some Adam's Family,
Okay.
something like this. Also, was it? There's Adam's Family and the Munsters. We just really like. There's a channel called Me TV in USA that I just like. That's the only channel I really watch, and I love cartoons, so I miss watching like Looney Tunes, old cartoons. I love Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry,
Oh
all that
yeah.
kind of shit. I love watching that shit, bro. I could sit and watch Bugs Bunny, old school Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck
You're hy-
and this shit.
you're actually
I love
hyping
it,
me
bro.
up already.
You want to watch it? I love Scooby Doo too, old school Scooby Doo, like
Nah,
the original.
no, I pref- I the only ones I'll put that are my Scooby Doo is the Scooby Doo Where Are You, and then What's New Scooby Doo. That's it. Those are my Scooby
Yeah.
Doos.
Then other than that, after that, it's like, what are you doing? There's all the TV, all the movies and weird.
Yeah.
I don't care about it, but those old school ones, I just love it,
Yeah.
man. It's I could watch. I've seen the
Yeah.
episodes. I think the
Uh,
monsters are so iconic. So what TV? Because I don't watch
yeah.
TV here, and so that is what I miss. And then maybe it would come down to missing Penn Station and missing Mexican food, which I did both of those things when I came back. Came back to USA for Christmas for 2 weeks, and I went to Penn Station and I
Uh-huh.
went to El Mason, which is a Mexican restaurant by my house in USA, and picked out on tacos. They don't have
I,
Mexican. Maybe there's like one Mexican restaurant here or something, but USA,
I
we got fucking
that's what
Mexican
I was gonna
restaurants. You know what I
ask.
mean?
I didn't want to sound ignorant saying is there Mexican food in Ukraine because I don't know that. But you come to
Not really.
California, you'll see it in every street in
Yeah, and
California. You're
there's
gonna
like
see it
street
in
vendors
almost
and
every
shit,
place.
food truck
Yeah,
and all this, and I love a food truck taco,
but
bro. I mean, let's go.
yeah,
They don't have it here. They
I
have
mean
what
for
they
me
have
a
here,
food truck.
bro. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I was gonna say like food truck tacos. It's a hit and miss for me in my opinion because me
So,
being Mexican, we're so critical on how the food is made,
yeah. So I
like
feel
if
you
it's
on
good
that.
or not.
Yeah. Luckily, I've the food trucks in Indiana, the ones that I've went to, so good. And the restaurants that we have in Indy, because we
Oh,
got a
then you
lot
got it
of
better
Mexicans
then.
there. So I miss that. But what they have here, they don't have. So maybe there's like a Mexican restaurant here. I bet I could find one or something, but it's probably got Ukrainians working there, not Mexicans, not authentic Mexican people. Maybe not. I
Nah,
mean, the
I get it. It's a
recipe.
different country. I speak
Yeah,
from experience traveling. Trust me, I know.
yeah, and so, um,
So okay,
yeah, Mexican. That what they have here, they have something called shawarma or shawarma, and this is like a
what's
big
that?
burrito, but it's Turkish. It's like a big burrito, but it has. They have like the meat on the stick that they shave the meat off of, uh, like for kebab or
Yeah,
what do they
I've
call it
seen that
for
before.
fajitas. So they shave the meat off, and then uh, you could get corn put on it as an extra, or ananas, which is pineapple, Ukrainian for pineapple, ananas. You could get sear on it, which is cheese,
Cool.
and then at the end they put like maybe it's like some matana sour cream on top, and they give it to you. It's like a burrito, but it's not, and it doesn't taste Mexican. It doesn't taste like Mexican thing. So, yeah, those are the things I miss. Um, Watching TV with my folks, black
All
and
right.
white, cool old school TV, Svengoolie, which is, I like that horror host Svengoolie. I might be weird or something, but I think it's fucking hilarious. I think he's cool. Do you know Svengoolie? Do you know
No,
this
not at
person?
all. I get you.
You know what horror hosts are, right?
Um,
Like,
I
I'll send you a
I
link
don't
to it
think
later,
so
man.
because I'm a
Bro,
little young.
Svengoolie's from Chicago, so maybe it's
Yeah,
just like a
I
Midwest
appreciate
thing.
it.
Yeah, I'll send a link to you because, man, he's
I
good. And
believe so because there's a lot of stuff. So there's like a lot of stuff in the Midwest I'm not familiar with. Like I didn't even know there was a place called Hot Rod Chili's, or then I didn't know what Wawa's was or any of the other crap. I knew what White Castle was.
Wawa's
That
is
was the
East
only thing I
Coast.
knew that was from that area.
I
Oh,
only
it
have been to
is.
Wawa on
I'm
the East
sorry.
Coast. Yeah. No, maybe they have Wawa now in the Midwest, but I first went to Wawa when I went to booked for CZW. And I was like, wow, Wawa is interesting because you can get a Philly cheesesteak at
I
Wawa.
I didn't. That's the thing. I didn't know that place existed until like 2 years ago when like Big F and Joe brought it up in a podcast that was his favorite place to go when he comes to the states. So
That
I was
big
like, "What the
effing
hell
Joe
is
nigga
that?"
is fucking
And I was
hilarious.
like,
I don't
"Oh, it's an
know.
East Coast thing." Because
I like that guy, that big effing Joe guy.
yeah, so
Just you bringing him up, it makes me. I think this idea that
yeah,
he almost reminds me of a big baby, like he's wearing a diaper or something, but he's like wearing his underwear and like a business shirt.
but
Like I just think it's
yeah,
funny. Like I don't know, but he's tough. He's
yeah.
a
Well,
tough guy, so I dig
he
him. I
actually
dig Big Joe.
so like how he said about so he said about his shirt. It's like what they do in because I know in the UK, like kids go to school, they wear like a uniform and they wear it like a work shirt, kind of like if you're going to work, but it's like a full on uniform, which is normal in UK for schools. So he played it off to
It's
that.
frozen. Say again, because it froze and I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. About
Okay.
Joe's
So like his shirt
shirt.
is like a play to so his shirt is like because in the UK their school system they don't wear whatever clothes they want. They have to wear a uniform.
Okay.
Wait, wait,
So
can you hear me?
they have to wear a uniform, so it plays off of that.
Yeah, he just parodies it off it because I think every person that's in the UK that knows it, they can understand. But when us like from America, they're like, "Why is he just wearing his underwear and a collared shirt?" And we don't get it until now we fully understand because of where he's from.
What's the no pants thing? What's that about? Just funny? Just crazy?
I honestly, I, I guess that's just what he wanted. I don't know. It's not.
It's like it
I
looks
don't
like
know
he's
what
wearing
to say on
underwear. I don't
that.
know. It's funny. It just looks like, and I'm not disrespecting. I
It is
thought his
underwear.
gimmick was like he was a big baby. I thought at first I thought it was like, oh, he's like a big baby, and I don't know. Like the way he had his hair done, I thought it was
Nah.
like a joke, but no, but he's badass. Like I'm not calling him a baby or pussy or nothing like that. I'm saying like that's I didn't know what his gimmick was. I didn't know. Like
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
okay, I get it now. That's cool. That's interesting.
yeah. All right. Okay. Now that was a long ranted one. Not ranted. Long-winded answer for me and you.
Number four.
Nah, but
Fuck.
okay. I. Oh, we're at number nine. Okay. Number nine. Um. Number nine. What's been your favorite country you've been to, like travel wise?
Ukraine. If we're not counting Ukraine and we're going to another
Okay.
country, uh, I liked when I went to Mexico with my friend Travis in like 2003. He committed
Hmm?
suicide in 2007.
Oh.
So I
Oh, I'm
liked
really
that
sorry
time.
about that.
Yeah, I just really I thought Cancun, Mexico was like heaven. I thought it was like beautiful. It was so amazing. We had such a great time. I'll never forget that. So that was a really cool. I don't know if it's still that way now. I don't know if there's crime or whatever, but that was cool. Out of the places that I've been
Yeah,
here,
yeah. It changed a lot.
yeah, here, uh, when I stayed in Warsaw one night before I came into Ukraine. I had a good time in Warsaw, but I met all Ukrainians. So it was like the good time I had was because Ukrainian people in Poland. But no, I'd have to say I
Mm,
wouldn't. I
that's
stopped
pretty cool.
in Ukraine. I've never been to. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to Japan. Like I want to train in Thailand at kickboxing. I want to wrestle in Japan. I want to train there
Yeah.
too. But so far, right now, I like Ukraine, bro. I love Ukraine. You know, it's like I consider myself in a way
Hey,
like Ukrainian
I will take
American,
that
American
answer.
Ukrainian. I know it's like you can never be Chinese and you can never be
Uh,
Indian, even though if you live there. But you can, respect the culture, and you can love the
yeah.
people and love the language and all this kind of stuff. And that's what I do. And I really I love it here. I
Yeah.
love it here. This is second home. I still consider that I live in America because um, I am an American citizen, you know. But I'll travel back and forth. I'll go
Yeah,
only to
you
like
can't.
visit my family only, and unless I get booked in
Yeah,
USA to wrestle. But other than that, I really like it here, like my friends, and unfortunately, some of my friends kind of have to escape from here before they get too old. Because I have a lot of younger friends here in
I
their
understand.
20s, and at a certain age, they need to leave, or else, like they're fearing right now that in March there's going to be a change in the conscription age. I'll tell you what, Lindsey Graham came here, this piece of shit
Oh,
American fucking politician came here, and he was like, I can't believe y'all, you got your age of conscription at 30 or 28. I can't believe it. That's why you ain't got no bodies on the front lines. Goddamn month later or 2 weeks later, they changed it to 25. Yeah, and he's like, why isn't it 18? This is Lindsey Graham from USA changing Ukrainian policy. And
I mean,
so
yeah.
they want to maybe change it down even lower. And so my friends that were like 22, 23, they're thinking like they're going to leave the country before they
Mhm.
can't leave the country. Because when you turn 24, you can't leave. You're done because they're waiting for you for
Oh, I didn't
25. And
know
then you have
that.
to go. Yeah, then you have to sign up for the military. And it's mandatory conscription unless you have some sort of special job with like the power grid or sewage or something else, or you're a student, um,
Yeah.
or you have some sort of
Okay.
medical injury or
I didn't
something.
know that.
So, yeah.
Wow. That's okay. I did not know that. That's wow, interesting. Okay. Okay. Number 10. All right, number 10. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, I want to bang this off the top of my head. Shit. Oh, fuck. Man, I have to have one. Oh, man. Let me
Yeah.
say, let me
Just
go. Man,
quick
I'm going to give
fire.
you one, but I'm going to knock five out. Back to the Future, Teen Wolf, uh, The
Oh,
Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio, uh,
okay.
like Batman Returns, and it's really wanna. It's like Billy Madison or Jurassic Park. Um, I know that's like weird or something, but I like Billy Madison. I watch so many. I love it. It's so fucking hilarious. To this day, I can still watch it. It's fucking great. I love Dirty Work as an honorable
Yeah.
mention.
Yeah.
Um, and
Okay.
but Jurassic Park, bro. I remember watching Jurassic Park the first time, and it was just blowing my fucking mind, bro. Really, the graphics. Ah, how I not mention Terminator 2, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, just stop because I got the list goes on, bro. I love cinema, but T2
Like what? But what's your one? Your one.
number one. Back to the Future, bro. I could sit and watch Back to the Future 1 over and over and over and over and over and over, bro. I love
Okay.
Back to the Future
I
1.
will. Back
Yeah,
to
I
the
love
Future.
it.
It is.
Even
All
fucking
right.
Teen Wolf.
Number. All right. Number.
Yeah, bro. I love Michael J. Fox at
Okay.
that time. The king, bro. Like, for real. Michael J. Fox is the GOAT.
Okay. I can take that. All right. Number 11. Uh. Okay. Did you? What? What's? Did you play any sports in high school, or if not, just what? Like, what was your favorite sport you did as growing up?
Basketball. I wanted to be like Mike, bro. I was such a Michael Jordan mark, super Michael Jordan mark, and I was smart enough. I'm lucky I did this. Wise enough to own. Like I have basketball cards of other characters. Like I have Shaq rookies and Anthony Hardaway and this and that, and
Mhm.
like Kobe Bryant rookies and whatever.
Oh.
But I collected Michael Jordan cards, and I would
Oh.
trade anything for Michael Jordan cards. So I have like over 2,000 different Michael Jordan cards, and I'm about to sell them.
I
So yeah, Michael, I
yeah.
always
They're
play
gonna be
basketball.
money.
I think so. Just and I
Okay.
know I'm not gonna get what I could get if they were graded, but I don't got time for all that shit. To like send each one of them in for grading. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let somebody else
I.
dick with this and just drop a
Yeah.
wholesale like
I
taken
feel ya.
from me. But yeah, no, I wanted to be a basketball player,
All right.
and I just what happened was I played for a lot of intramural teams because in high school or in junior high. I got in a fight with Jamal Satterfield, a black guy, who, when we were doing tryouts, he told me something like, if I cross you over, you owe me $5. And I was like, I don't bet. I'm not gonna bet. No. And so he crossed me over and scored. And then he was in the locker room like, this motherfucker gonna give me $5. He's gonna give me $5. And I hear him and I'm like scared. I'm like putting shit in my bag. Like, fuck, I don't have $5. I told him I don't want to do this. And he's like, if he don't got my $5, I'm gonna beat his ass. And I'm like, fuck. Like, so I'm leaving. I'm going to the basketball court and walking to my mom to like, hopefully my mom's gonna pick me up outside. And this dude comes up behind me and kicks me in the back of the leg. And I turn around, he's taking off his jacket, and I just start beating his ass. I beat this dude's ass, bro. I beat the fuck out of him. And he hit me first. He said I owed him $5, and I just beat the living shit out of this dude. And then we both got suspended. I remember we got taken to the coach's office, and he's like the coach left and left us in the room, and he's like, I just beat your ass. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Everybody just saw me kick the shit out of you. And he's like gaslighting me like, I just beat your ass, white boy, you honky bitch, and all this. And I was like, I just literally beat the fuck out of you in front of the whole team, and you're still like retarded. You're still like, you wanted it again, you want another round. And so I got kicked off I didn't get to play for the team, and they remembered that for forever. And so when I went to high school, it's
Um,
like, even though I'm trying out for the team, they keep me around for tryouts to like do scrimmages with me. But me and this other white dude, Ben Howard, we noticed like right when we first started trying out, they had all these shoes ordered. And we were like, we kept saying to each other, like, how do they already know the size of the shoes of the players? But what we found out later is
okay,
that
that's weird.
Ben Davis looked at like white players like, well, you can be a tax auditor and you can be a real estate agent and you can be a judge one day or something. But this is their only opportunity to escape the ghetto. You know what I mean? And so which is, I think is like
Okay, that's a little
racism.
off.
It's like, but it's like soft racism. It's like the racism of low expectations where you like don't expect guys
Mhm.
to do anything with their life. So they had already
Yeah,
picked out team. You know what I'm saying? They already picked out all black players for the team, and me and Ben
yeah.
Howard, this other white guy, were just there because we were really tall and we scrimmaged with them, and we were the last guys cut from the team. And I always remember they kind of remembered I got in a fight with a guy before and beat his ass. Even though he hit me first, they didn't care. They were like, "No, but you defended yourself. You're just supposed to
I,
let someone kick the shit
I
out of
get you.
you." And I didn't, you know. So, but I loved long answer short. I love basketball. Ah, fuck. What is,
Okay.
but I didn't get to play it, so that's when I got
Nah,
into
you're good. You're
wrestling. When I
good.
started like when I couldn't become the basketball star that I dreamed of being. Bro, my dad even bought me these things called jump
Yeah, I
soles, and you strap them to your shoes, and they help you like you do plyometric exercises, and I could dunk. I was like, bro, I was obsessed with basketball, so that was my sport, and my shape is basketball. Like I'm long, I'm not like Scott Steiner shape. I'm like swimmer, like Stevie Richards shape. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, yeah, basketball. Like
yeah,
I'm more like Kevin Nash shape. You know, so that was my shit. Yeah, basketball.
yeah. Okay. Basketball it is. All right. That's interesting though, and funny and not funny, but interesting story too. All right. All right. Number 12. What? All right. Number 12. What is your? All right. Number 12. What is your your favorite place to get food while you were on the road back in the States when you were still wrestling at the time?
Uh, Shoot. Is there a place? I hate fast
It
food.
doesn't
I
have to be
hated
like
fast
fast
food.
food, anything.
Oh, any place. I don't know, man. The grocery store. Like, let's stop at the grocery store and let me get some real
Okay.
food. Like, real food. I hated fast food. I hate fast
Okay.
food. So that's a weird, like,
All right. I
I know
could
you
take.
asked me
Oh,
earlier, what about these places? But I'm like, really, we would stop at a store and I'd go in and get, like real food, like apples and bananas and shit. And I'd have a bag and I'm like
yeah.
eating this. Everybody else want to stop at McDonald's or some shit. And I'm like, well, I already have, like, my food. So that's why yeah, I don't like.
Okay.
That was one of the things I didn't like about traveling for wrestling in America is that every place is exactly the fucking same. It felt like in terms of the food offerings. You know, that's what's
Yeah.
cool about Ukraine is like, yes, there's a couple chain places, but not as many. And most places are like unique restaurants. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So, all right. I Hey, that's fair enough. Fair enough answer. Okay.
One place we stopped
All
at
right,
I
number
did like
13.
when I was in Texas with Ian, Drake, and Mickey Knuckles, we stopped at Whataburger, and what a fucking burger! I never had that before, and I've only stopped there once, so I can't say I liked stopping there. But I tried Whataburger in Texas, and it was
Uh-huh.
fucking delicious. So, yeah, honorable mention to
Okay. All
Whataburger.
right, before we hit number 13, I need to bring up okay. Oh, before we hit number 13. Okay, so I've been hearing about Whataburger from here because we don't have it in California. But my brother's ex was originally from Texas, and she said Whataburger is like the place in Texas. And he went. He didn't think it was wow. He said it was overhyped. My parents went a few years back, and they said It's not. It was disappoint. It wasn't that great. They said they were disappointed that it was way too overhyped. They preferred In and Out because In and Out's our thing in California, and we think that's the best place to get fast food.
You're probably right. I think that
Yeah.
there's an In and Out, maybe an Indy. I don't know. I think in Plainfield, I thought there was. Maybe I'm crazy, but or maybe that's just a Cali thing. But no, I see the thing. It wasn't hyped up for
No,
me. I just tried it, so I didn't have an
it's a West Coast
expectation. I
thing.
just thought, okay, I just thought Whataburger was good, and I only mention it because that's the only place I can
Okay.
remember eating. And another place, me and Drake ate it, and Scotty Vortex ate at Bubba Gump's in New York. But fast food places, I don't remember stopping at fast
Oh,
food places and
wow.
like being hyped about that. Yeah. So I wasn't really big on,
Okay.
like I said,
No
fast
worries.
food.
No
I was
worries. All
trying
right.
to, my trainer, American Kickboxer, told me don't eat French fries, don't eat chips, don't drink soda. And so I wasn't a fan of fast food because I want to try to keep my six pack and figure.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. All right. Number 13. All right. Number 13. What was your favorite subject well in high school?
Drawing, art class. Yeah. It led me to where I'm at today. I
Okay.
used to draw
Fair enough.
pictures of
All right.
myself as a wrestler and
Yes.
had all these ideas, would draw my friends as wrestlers and draw their costumes and stuff. And I always drawing superheroes. So art class was my shit. And I got into art honor society, which would pull me out of class sometimes to go like do some school project. So yeah, art was my shit, bro.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. Number 14. Uh, if you can be any Pokemon you want, which the one Pokemon you would be?
Only because I liked when that one character goes Charizard, Charizard. Char. I don't know. I don't really know
Charizard.
about Pokemon that much,
Okay.
but I just remember Charizard. I just said he's like Char.
No,
So I'm not a
okay.
Pokemon fan. That's like my nephew or my
All
cousin
right.
Nathan. He was super into Pokemon. But
That's
if you're
okay.
making me do
I
it,
understand.
Charizard.
I just Nah, it's okay. I understand. Don't worry, dude. I got you. All right. Number
Or we
15.
would make a joke. Can I make a joke real quick? There was this black kid at my
Sure.
school that was always make this joke, and he would say, "I'm gonna take a Pikachu while I'm poking your mom," or something like that, and it was just a funny thing. I'm gonna take a Pikachu poking your mom, and I was like, huh? It was just funny. So yeah, no. Char. Okay, next.
Oh my god. All right. All right. All right. Number 15. What was your favorite gimmick that made you laugh from the Attitude Era?
Fucking dude love. Dude love, bro. That shit was hilarious. Um,
Oh.
yeah, I can't say Santino Morella. That was an
Okay.
attitude era, but Santino was right up there. But fucking when
I,
Cactus Jack was doing dude love, or yeah, Mick Foley with some of the Sacco stuff with Rock and Sock Connection. Bro.
yeah.
Rock and Sock Connection was fucking gold. That
You
shit
want
was
me to?
hilarious.
I have another thing I want to show you. I made this prop for a Fans Bring a Weapon match I went to last year, and a lot of people liked it. Even the wrestlers were like, "Oh my god, no way!" I think you might know what it is.
Moppy. Oh, it's Moppy. Are you gonna do the three-handled family
Yeah.
cadenza too? Is that a fucking Moppy? That's hilarious. I just
I
saw a thing with Perry Saturn.
it's just literally yeah. I actually was the only one in the fans bring the weapons that the only fan that actually put time and effort to create a weapon, and it got big on that show.
Oh, bro, that's if you know, you
So
know, fucking Moppy, and like, bro, it's crazy that Perry Saturn's still alive. Like, you ever hear Perry Saturn's story about getting shot
yeah,
and being homeless and shit? I just saw a thing where Maven went to like
yeah,
visit Perry Saturn because Perry was like a tough guy and like bullied him a
yeah,
little bit when he was younger or whatever. And yeah, it's like Perry
yeah.
Saturn's
Because the way
badass,
how
bro.
he
I was a
got into
big
the
Perry Saturn
business.
fan. Yeah, because that's the weird, you know, and
Yeah,
I
I mean,
understand like the TV guys that get into the business, like in the David Arquettes and all this kind of shit. Like, bro, but shout out to David Arquette in terms of the fact that he recognized that he sucked ass, and he was like, "Fuck that! I don't want to have the legacy of being like this goof
yeah,
fucking actor." And he went and got trained, and he, like, bro,
yeah.
what I saw David Arquette doing, I was like, "God
Then he had
damn,
that
right
match
on,
with
bro."
Gage.
Yeah, and he wiggled when Gage
Yeah,
was doing something. He cut his neck. Yeah, and he thought it was a shoot. Like, I can imagine, but I don't know how much of that was a
yeah,
work or a shoot. I don't know, but fucking David Arquette, bro, salute, bro. I don't know why AEW doesn't
yeah,
use him. Like I would use
yeah.
him. Like he's decent enough to where like, and he's known that you could do something with him now. You know, if you're gonna give the title to him at fucking WCW because they have the Ready to Rumble movie, like what can't you do something with him now? Like I just
Yeah.
think you can. Maybe he wants too much money because he's an actor. I don't know, but I think of fucking David Arquette, like
Yeah,
coming back to wrestling and trying to be somebody and trying to like really learn the business. I think that's fucking awesome, bro. Salute to that dude.
yeah. All right, hold on. Sorry, I was just fixing some stuff right now. All right.
They're fine.
Anyway, number 16. All right, all right, all right. Number 16. What what's been what's been the most interesting thing what's been the most interesting thing you saw different in Ukraine than you have in the States that was a culture shock to you?
Wow. Um, it's a culture shock to me. Man, that's a goddamn stumper. So many different things. I guess maybe one of the things I would have to say is the wintertime resilience. It was a culture shock for me. Like
Okay.
how I've never lived in a city. Okay, I've never lived in an apartment building. I've lived in the suburbs and I lived in a house. So just seeing how the people deal with wintertime here. I mean, and like the girls are still like some girls they still dressing like they're sexy, like they're still hot, like the hot girls, you know, they're wearing like tight leggings, they have long boots, like the culture shock of how the women take care. I never lived in Miami and Los Angeles. Maybe the girls take care of themselves a lot there, but it seems like there's a heavy emphasis on you go to the
Uh,
gym. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, but here at least there's not everybody. There's fat girls and stuff here too, and girls that don't like the gym and all this, but there is
yeah.
a definitely a heavy emphasis on
Hmm.
girls. I see more girls at the gym, like hot girls at the gym, than I do in my. I live in Indiana. There's like one hot girl at the gym, and she's a bitch. And you try to talk to her and say like, I even tried to. I said, "Hey, are you making a TikTok?" She was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry for speaking to you. Fuck." You know, here the girls they take. There's more hot girls at the gym taking care of themselves, and even if they're not hot, you know, there's still some of them. Can't speak for everybody, but I'm just saying. I think that's
Yeah.
the taking care of their health. The girls taking care of their health a lot more than they do in USA. I see that, and the way they handle wintertime, like they're resilient. This idea that in the wintertime we go to banya, which is like a sauna, like a bathhouse. Like this is a super
Uh-huh.
great idea that we don't do in USA in the wintertime. Like go to the sauna, sweat, get in a cold pool, maybe even step outside. It's great to get out toxins. That's a fucking culture shock. The amount of coffee they have here, like little coffee shops, is shocking to me. Like, there's coffee everywhere, bro. There's a coffee
Yeah.
shop, two in this building here. This place sells coffee. Like everybody loves coffee and tea. tea is a big deal here,
Yeah.
way bigger than USA. Like just
No,
normal, just no sugar, fucking making tea. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I
I
guess
got
those things.
shocked with that too.
Commandant's time. What'd you say?
Okay.
No,
Is
there's another thing. It's really a culture shock. It's called Kommandantsky time. It's due to the war and it's military curfew. So when the war first started, military curfew was at 6 p.m.
you?
Yeah, curfew. So here
Oh
now,
shit.
if you have to be in by midnight in your house by midnight. You're really not supposed to be in the streets. There is
Uh-huh.
night taxi. They're starting to open up Bolt and Uklon, which are like Uber type things. They're opening those up for maybe some nighttime transfers. But for the most part, the only thing going around at night is like buses that are transferring people and trains. There's night trains. But other than that, like all the businesses
Okay.
shut down. The gas stations are open, but everything else is shut down at 12 o'clock. And then at 5 a.m., everything opens
Uh,
back up. So that's a fucking huge culture shock. Even when I lived
wow.
in Bulgaria, I felt weird. Like, you mean I can go out and have get a burger at 1 in the morning? Like, that's weird because I've been living here for so long. I felt guilty when me and my girlfriend moved to Burgas, Bulgaria, because my friends can't go out and have a burger in the middle of the night, but I could, and I wasn't used to it. And even when I went to USA for like in between the first time I came to Ukraine for 3 weeks and when I moved back here, I felt super guilty being in USA because my friends are dealing with explosions and bombs and power outages and bullshit, and I'm just chilling in USA. Like
Mhm.
the only thing I'm scared of is like getting shot in the head while I fill up for gas. You know what I'm saying? Like because I didn't say some
Yeah.
uh, thing some gangster guy wanted me to say or something, or didn't get. That's what I'm scared of in USA. So yeah, no, it's wild, bro. So yeah, I felt really a lot of guilt. But Kommandantsky time, a super strange thing that no one in America I think would ever like would. Yeah, well, we had the lockdowns, and I didn't think Americans would deal with that shit. But a lot of Americans were like, yeah, I can sit at home, and yeah, you don't have to work. Um, it's not cool being
It was
locked in your
boring
fucking
to me, in
house.
my
It's not
opinion.
cool being. You liked it? You liked COVID time?
Oh, I said it was boring, in my opinion. It felt
Oh,
like
boring.
it felt like there was nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. It.
yeah, those are the biggest culture shocks to me. I would say, and yeah. No airplanes either. You can't
Okay.
fly from here. Oh, chemtrails, how they used to say
I'm.
chemtrails are like a conspiracy theory. Well, finally they're coming out. It's called atmospheric aerosol injection. And what's funny is they try to say, oh, that's just a contrail. It's going to dissipate. Well, it doesn't. You see it in USA. They spray these things and then it spreads out and then you got a cloudy day all day and it looks like shit outside. In Ukraine, we don't have those because there's no airplanes, so there's no chemtrails in Ukraine. So you definitely can see that they're spraying chemtrails in
Yeah.
the USA, and they just had a hearing like in the Congress, and they're admitting this. So for years they tell you it's not happening, and then they say, well, maybe it's happening, and then they say, okay, it is happening, and it's good that it's been happening. So that's how a conspiracy theory it goes from start to finish. It's like denial, denial, denial. Okay, maybe. Okay, yes, it is. Okay, yes, it has been happening. Okay, yes, it's good that it's been happening. So, but you don't. Another culture shock. No chemtrails in Ukraine. There's no airplanes.
Okay. Interesting to know that. All right. Number 8. All right. Number 18. What is your destination country that you want to hit? Let's just say you only have like a few months to live, but I need to see this country before I go. What would it be?
Fuck. I want to say, how about Japan?
Okay.
It's
I
not
I
just going home to USA to
I will
be with
take
my
that.
family. Japan. I think I've seen enough stuff that I like
I
cultures
apologize if
that
it
take
made
care.
you.
Show. I mean, what? Sorry, I speak in Ukrainian.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say I apologize if because you looked shocked when I said it like that. I just there's always people in their mind thinking, "Oh, I wish I had done this before anything." That's why I said it like that. I apologize if I made you think it
Yeah, no, no.
differently.
I would say. No, no, no. I would say like if before I died, I had like one place to go, I'd want to go to my family. So it'd be USA. But if I
Yeah,
had time and I could go visit somewhere else, I really like how Japan's culture is clean. I like their country, how it's not litter. I like how they're
yeah,
courteous. I like that. That's how Ukraine is. It's so cool how they have trash cans every so many places, and people in the summertime there's old people in fall sweeping up leaves and sweeping up shit and people taking care of the area. And I like places like where the culture is clean and trustworthy and beautiful and has good food. So I would say Japan. I've really heard a lot and seen a lot of cool stuff about Japan, and I just like the monoculture that they have. I think multiculturalism is not the greatest way to live. I think having a high trust society and a certain way that you should act and behave, and there's not all these different enclaves of like we're over here and we're over here and we're over here. And like you go to Japan, you act Japanese, you respect their culture, you bow, you know you don't become a scumbag and tear their shit up and spray paint on stuff and litter and just be an asshole there. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with Ukraine. You don't do that shit here.
yeah.
And so I like this
And
idea that it's a monoculture, and kind of like Ukraine is a monoculture. I like this. So I like a
all
high
right,
trust society
I get.
like this, that people care and have love their country and love the beauty of their country. So that's why.
Hmm. Okay, all right. I like that answer. All right, number 20. Okay, number two. I think I'm at 20. Yeah, it is 20. Okay, okay. This is a this is a yes or no, like not a yes or no. It it's a almost like true or false. Okay, so was the Chernobyl incident act was an accident or done on purpose?
Chernobyl, from what I understand, it
Yeah.
wasn't it like well, I watched the Chernobyl HBO miniseries with my ex girlfriend,
Oh, that
and
was a
man, it
sick
was hard.
series.
It was rough. Yeah, did you watch it?
I did. It was a very sick series, like in a good way, but it also like so much
Yeah,
seriousness. It it made me think of stuff like I didn't exist yet, and seeing that happen to people, especially to a main city, that was terrible, and what it did to the atmosphere through Ukraine, Belarus, parts of Poland, Lithuania, and Russia that still spread it like that. It's sad.
yeah. No, from what I don't know that they did it
Is that,
on purpose. It was I think on the show they say it was like ignorance, the guys being egotistical about like not wanting to believe that there's failures or whatever. I don't know if it was sabotage or whatever, but I know that there was egos involved and not wanting to listen to guys about what was happening. Um, but it was, bro, that was
yeah.
a crazy series. I heard about that back in the day. I knew about this building. I knew about the sarcophagus that they put on it and everything. But just watching like the idea that these guys get to run out on the roof for like 5 seconds or whatever, like 1 minute, and they had to run back, and because in that little bit of time they went out there on that roof, like they probably got cancer, and the guys just like the dudes that were mucking through the water to like turn some shit on inside. Like these dudes are fucking heroes, and it's crazy to give up your life so strangers can live, bro. That's
Yeah,
the
I
most
mean,
wild shit ever, bro. You're like, wow, like you're gonna tell me I have to go in there and my skin's gonna fall off, and I'm gonna die and never see my wife again. Like I'm saying, fuck you, and I'm out of here. But these guys are, I mean, maybe you would feel that, like you would
ah,
feel this, like I have to
well,
do this, I have to do this, and I'm gonna sacrifice myself for everybody else. But goddamn, bro, that's crazy, bro. That's so heroic and yeah, just wild.
have you ever done a tour in Chernobyl since you've been in Ukraine, or is that
Not
not a
yet,
thing
not yet.
anymore? Because it used to be back in the day.
It may be a thing, but I just haven't. I don't have time right now, and maybe in the summer, or spring, or something. I would like to see it, but I don't know how much you can see. Like, there's also this giant. They have this giant like radio. Uh, It's like supposed to be the Soviet Union's like super weapon to like spy on America or something, but it was this giant like radio tower wall type thing, and they still have it up, and it's crazy like to go take pictures by it. It's an amazing piece of technology, like a architectural genius, and it's giant, and it used to be like able to listen across the world, or they're trying to, or something, you know. And they also have this giant, and maybe in Russia, I don't know, but giant like satellite dish. It's decommissioned. They don't use it anymore, but it's so big, man. I just don't even like. I
All right.
want to see some of this stuff. You can never travel to Russia if
Yeah.
you live in
Like
Ukraine. Like if I want to ever come back to Ukraine, I can never travel to Russia. They'll put a mark on my passport, and then I'll be denied coming to Ukraine. So I can never see that Russian big thing. But I do want to see this big. I'll send you a link to it or something. It's like a dude. It's a giant like rectangular. Looks like a Connect Four thing, but it's a big
yeah.
radio like
Yeah.
wire array that can,
No, I get
who
what you
knows,
mean.
manipulate weather, listen or whatever, listen to phone calls or something. Who the fuck knows what it was for? But it's crazy looking.
Yeah.
Big Soviet architecture from back in the day,
But
still up.
yeah. I think I got my answer for that one. I could tell it was just a unexpected accident to me, so I get it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, maybe there was some sabotage. I don't know. I just saw the HBO movie or show. The idea that
Uh,
guys had to go
um.
around shooting
All right, we
animals
are
was
done.
crazy. That's fucking crazy. I think that's the craziest part about it is that part in that show where they had to go shoot dogs and cats. I just thought
Yes,
that's got to be the worst job I ever seen in
that
my
was.
life, bro. And I think I wouldn't be able to do it. I know I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It shit happens, but all right, all right. Sorry, I need to get my focus. All right, final question is: all right, if you can go back in time until your younger kid version of you, like what you want him to know coming into adulthood, what kind of advice would you tell yourself as a kid?
Wow. I would say to myself, I kind of don't want anything to change. I kind of like how everything turned out. I don't want to do it again. There's a song by the Ramones, and it says,
Hmm.
I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life
Okay.
again. And I think of this that I wouldn't want to go through any of that shit
Yeah.
again. But in some ways, at least on this timeline, maybe
Hmm.
there's a timeline where I'm friends with CM Punk, I'm friends with Sick Nick Mondo and Chris Hero, and I get to go to NXT, and I'm on TV in WWE or AEW or something. Like maybe there's a timeline for that. This isn't that timeline. In this multiverse, I'm on this
Yeah.
timeline. I don't want to do what I did again. I don't want to go through that pain, but I'm happy where I'm at right at this minute, where I'm at in life. I'm thankful for the things that have happened to me to get
Yeah.
me here, and the people that I know now. I'm happy to know them. It says reconnecting, so I don't know if you can hear me. You can still hear me, okay? So
Um.
yeah, I would
Oh, and
say
I can.
okay. My screen says reconnecting on it, so I'm just wondering
Uh
if it's
oh.
doing that on your side.
Ooh. All right. I know I went way over time. I'm having a good time talking to Dustin. Obviously, we're just gonna wrap it up because, like, I know in his time zone it's already dark, and my time zone it's barely gonna become afternoon. So I'm gonna let him finish, wrap up, and ask him later in a bit, like if you if people can want to find you, like where can they hit you up at, all that, etc., etc. So we're gonna wait for him to come back out, and then we'll wrap up. So hold on a sec.
Hello? Oh, sir.
I don't know what happened, brother, but I'm back.
On. Oh no, no, it's okay.
Okay, so your final
But I get.
question is,
Yeah, it was. If you can go back in time, tell your younger self as a kid, what, like, what to be ready for for adulthood. What would it be? And you gave me like an answer saying like you wouldn't say anything because like you've had your ups and downs, but you wouldn't tell him to change anything other than like maybe make amends and friends with Punk, Hero, all the guys that did you wrong, stuff like that.
yeah, I wish that would have turned out different, but maybe I wasn't supposed to be involved with them in this timeline, and it was supposed to lead me to where I'm at now. Because to be honest with you, bro, I had a beautiful girlfriend with an awesome dog. I lived on the beach. I lived in Burgas, Bulgaria. I lived in Odessa. I'm training young wrestlers. I sell the most T-shirts. I'm the most like top T-shirt seller in UWA. I'm super popular, super over. I'm appreciated for coming here, respected for this. So had all that stuff not happened to me, I wouldn't be here. Yes, I'm not a multimillionaire. That would be great and everything, but maybe more money, more problems. I don't know. But right now, where I'm at in life, just coming off seeing my parents for 2 weeks, which was lovely, and my cats, having rescued a cat here in Ukraine, having feeding street dogs and street animals, having donated money to homeless people and actually fed them myself. Uh, being around beautiful girls, teaching kids how to speak English, teenagers and adults, helping them get their English
Yeah.
better. Like, bro, man, I can't. I feel blessed. Even when I'm sad here, when I lost my girlfriend and everything, I found these guys, like my wrestling students, brought me into their home and gave me a place to stay while I was lost my apartment, lost my girl and stuff, and they helped me out. And now they're like my best friends, you know and we help each other. And man, I saved a cat. Like this wouldn't have happened. All this wouldn't have happened. So it's really cool. And I'm still running my business, Diehard Designs. In fact, I'm helping these guys get designs that put them on like the world stage. Because when you get a
Mhm.
Sayozawa design and a Diehard Design Sayozawa design, this is like the ultimate. Because I've done all the cool things. I've been in Cage of Death, King of the Death matches, Tournament of Death, Carnage Cup, King of Trios, blah blah blah. All the tournaments before
Yeah.
GCW and all the other new deathmatch places came out. I did the old guard shit. So um, being able
Yeah.
to like put Stella on and Alex Descent on and Hantry on and Russell Cross and MC Kasherney and Ranger Leonid. I'm going to be doing a design for him next. Yaros, having matches with Yaros and Voron and all these guys. Like, I can't believe they're getting, bro, it's like a dream for them. They're getting to wrestle like a CZW guy. Like, they look at me like I'm a CZW guy. They look at like they look at CZW like I looked at ECW, you know? And so for them, it's
Yeah.
a huge thing. And some of them, bro, I hope this doesn't happen, but this might be their last hurrah. They might never see outside. They might never go outside this country. They could get killed in war. Once they get conscripted to military, it's a free for all. Who knows what's going to happen to them? Like, I just had a feud with Russell Cross, and he got taken by Tessica. It's TSK. It's a white van that pulls up and snatches you, and they take you. They say, show us your papers, blah, blah, blah. Come with us. You go do a medical evaluation, and they're going to send you to training in Lviv, and you're going to war. And I just had a feud with
Oh.
him, and he was trying to avoid this Tessica shit, and then he finally just said, fuck it, and he signed up for the military. And now I just had a feud with this guy. Like, we spent 6 months telling a story, and at the end, he earned my respect. He beats me in the end, and it's really great. And for him, bro, like I worked with, or I was on shows with Seth Rollins. You know, for them, I'm 1 degree away from like this dude loves Finn Balor. You know what I'm saying? He's a big Finn Balor fan. Influences him
Yeah.
heavily. I'm the Kevin Bacon, bro. I'm like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I'm that guy that links them to their dreams right now. I'm that guy that's like, you knew John Moxley, you knew Sammy Callahan, like you work with Congo Kong. I've worked with Johnny Gargano. I've worked with Ricochet. You know what I'm saying? I've had matches with these dudes. I've had matches with Chuck Taylor. I've had a match with Orange Cassidy was in a match, but he was like one of the fire ants or one of the colony. He was wearing an ant mask. Like I've worked with these dudes. You know, I remember John Moxley being a pretty boy football gimmick and sitting drinking a beer at this dude named Dan's house while I was rolling a joint. And John Moxley, I see the wheels rolling in his head. Like, what if I started to bleed? What if I started to do death matches? Could I travel like these guys? These guys are cool. They're on to something. Is there a new thing in wrestling where you can do this crazy shit and like make a living? And he wasn't looking at. There was no NXT. He's like, how can I just make it on the Indies? I'll start bleeding. You know, um, it's just it's a. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is an amazing life. I hope yeah, I'm blessed, and I don't think that right now. And I don't always say I'm blessed. Sometimes I feel really depressed about things and the war here, no water. What am I doing? Do the kids even
Yeah.
appreciate what I'm doing here? And then someday some kid will come up to me, and I know that I'm in the same country as he. This is a fucking little kid, bro, and he lives in war. And he has to go to school. His whole life, he doesn't even know if he's gonna live. Like, and he come up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, it's good to see you. Where have you been? I haven't seen you all week. Oh, you're my best friend. It's so cool talking to you." And I'm about to fucking cry, bro, just to talk about this little kid that
Yeah.
tells me I'm his best friend, and he appreciates that I'm teaching him English, and he appreciates that I'm speaking English with him. He watches all English YouTube, and these kids look up to Mr. Beast and all this, and here I am. The kids are starting to find out that I'm a wrestler. They found my TikTok, and it's just like a big deal for them, bro. And I think that my dad always says every footstep matters. You're going forward, every footstep matters. And for the longest time, I was like, why am I sad? Why am I depressed? Why do I not have friends that I can really rely on, that have my back, that would choose me over wrestling, would choose me over money, that would choose me, and all this? And I found a place, and it's Ukraine. And these wrestlers aren't doing this for the money. These wrestlers are doing it for the passion and the hope that one day that they don't look forward to getting, drafted or killed in the military, but they look forward to these dreams that they have of maybe getting to
Yeah.
WWE or traveling around the world or even just making UWA the WWE of Ukraine. So to be a part of this, I
Yeah.
feel like it's really special. And what I'm doing, I feel like I'm actually appreciated here. And in USA, I don't feel that way. Um, and I feel like there's so many good, talented people in USA that like you're lost in the sauce. Here, I'm almost like I hate to say it, big fish in a small pond. Like there's more opportunities for me here, bro. I've been in a music video here where I was the stuntman and fight coordinator and actor. I'm an accent coach
Oh,
for a production company that does English production stuff. Like I can't do that in Indiana. Like I can't teach English in Indiana. Everybody speaks English, so China, like China. You know this lady
yeah.
China, the wrestler, bro. I feel kind
Yeah.
of like her. She moved to China and started teaching English, and it's fine. She had like a dirty backstory too, where like Triple H did her wrong and shit. And she's like, "Fuck America, like I'm gonna go away." Everybody like thinks I'm a tranny. Everybody like calls me, he says I have man jaw, and then fucking Triple H is fucking Stephanie. And she just was like, "Fuck this," and she moved to China. China moves to China. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I kind of resonate with
It,
that story.
I know what you mean, and it's really intriguing and great to hear something like that because you said you never been asked to do something like this, and it just makes me think you being in a country that's war torn at the moment, and there's people that look up to you more and feel appreciated by you than what you were here in the States, and because like wrestling wise you weren't getting that here, but you got it
in Ukraine because you're already like a mentor to these kids and to not just in the school but also in the wrestling scene there, and that's pretty good on your end, dude. And I like that you're feeling great about yourself, that you're out there having a good time of your life despite the circumstances of what's going on out in Ukraine. And that's pretty awesome, dude. Like really, and also thank you again for and taking time out of your day. Like even though we went a little way too over, but I'm happy that I got a chance to get to know you and talk to you, Dustin. Like really appreciate that a lot, dude. Thank you.
I want to say thank you because it's not every day that I get to speak English with somebody for this long, who understands every word that I'm saying, who understands references, who knows people that I'm saying, talking about, who knows names and matches and all this shit. Like it's very rare. Even guys that do speak English, I'm not sure that they always know what I'm talking about, and they don't always want to
Yeah.
tell me that they don't understand me. So they like nod their head or something, and I'm like, you don't really understand me, do you? But I appreciate it. This is only my like second shoot interview ever. I did an interview with this guy named William in the Magic Box, and it really wasn't about wrestling so much. But this was the first ever
Oh,
wrestling shoot interview that I've done. I did a radio spot one time in Wisconsin. Where they interviewed me, Drake, and Scotty Vortex, and half-breed Billy Graham from Cult Fiction. But this
oh,
is
okay.
like I never got asked to do an RF video shoot, which I would say no to, because I'm not going to work with Rob Feinstein ever. And I was never asked to do one by Smart Mark, and I think for a reason. I don't think they want my story to get out. They don't really want to hear, and deal with what happened to me because think that I was mishandled as a student, as a wrestling student, as a person, and as a talent. Later, I think that. It was like they really fucked up because I think that I could have added a lot to wrestling, but it turned out, bro. It's it is what it is. It turned out to what it is now, and everything that's happening now. I should be dead. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Be honest with you. I shouldn't be here. I should be dead, and I call myself the living dead boy, really, because I died a long time ago, man. J.C. Bailey's dead. Trent Acid's dead. Brain damage is dead. Uh, New Jack is dead. Tracy Smothers is dead. Marcus Crane is dead. Colt 45 is dead. Spider Boudreaux is dead. How am I still here? Why is Necro Butcher still here? Why is Pondo still here? Why is Toby still here? Why are we still alive? What the fuck's that about? We should be dead. Drake Younger should be dead. How is this possible? Like we're fucking insane and we are somehow still here doing this crazy shit. So I'm gonna keep doing it until I fucking die, if I can do it, and wherever I can do it. But right now, I'm happy to do it here in Ukraine and make a legacy of blood, sweat, and tears. And I don't have any tattoos, but I got some fucking scars and some stories to tell. And maybe I'll get a tattoo eventually. Hell, they got some great, great artists here in Ukraine. But I feel blessed to be alive right now, and I don't always feel this way. But on this day, I'm on a positive fucking note. I just got to do my first wrestling shoot interview with you. You're cool as fuck, bro. Thank you. And I don't
Dude.
even mind. It's Saturday night, bro. It's Saturday night at 9:40 at night, and I'm sitting here talking to you, and I don't care. I could be doing something else. I'm gonna go to a girl after this, but uh, hopefully the water's running. If not, hopefully she has water at her place. But I'm definitely going to her place after this, and yeah, gonna just hopefully she made borscht, which is like this Ukrainian national soup type
That
dish made out of like
purple soup, right?
beets. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard
She said
about
she's
it.
gonna make me some borscht, so she better have my borscht done. Just kidding. but
Nah, no.
but yeah, man. No, I
Uh,
feel at this exact moment like I can't complain, bro. I got money in my pocket. And I got a place to stay. I've got a kitty. I'm gonna go kiss my kitty and hold her. She's lovely. I love it. And I got cats in USA. My parents are taking care of them, and they're healthy. My mom and dad are alive right now. While I've been in Ukraine, my grandma died. My cousin Michelle died. My uncle Mark died. My
oh,
black cat
sorry.
died. And I wasn't there for the funerals or the burials, and I feel really bad about that. But at this moment right now, my sister's still alive. My nephews are alive and well. My brother-in-law, my mom and dad are still alive, and I have to say I'm in a sweet spot right now. So I have nothing to complain about, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching this. I know it's shitty connection. I know it's grainy, probably. Maybe there's interruptions, and I trail off or I talk too long about something else.
Oh,
But thank you so much. Thank you, bro, for having me. I super appreciate it. Salute to you. I love all you guys.
uh,
I'm over here trying to tell them that we don't hate them. That like they don't like Trump because of Trump not finishing the war like he said he's going to. But I'm over here representing my family and fucking Americans because what are we? G.I. Joe, a real American hero. G.I. Joe is there. And then also, what does it say in Hulk Hogan's song? It says, uh, I got
real
something
American.
inside of me. Courage is the thing that makes us free. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for your rights. Fight to survive. I don't know. I don't know the exact part right there, but fuck, let's go. You know
Dude,
what I'm saying? So that shit's in my heart, and I'm repping, bro. I'm repping America, and I don't do a like wear American flag here or come out and like America and all this. I show tradition. I respect their traditions. I wear their Vishivanka. I wore their flag colors and this kind of shit. About to go. I know. I'm wrapping it up. And as this interview goes, I have to go too from here. And but yeah, I even though I don't come out waving the flag and like I'm fucking hacksaw Jim Duggan. Uh, America's always
yeah,
in my heart, and I'm repping it, bro. And they know that Americans are good people, and we're badass, and we're fucking brave, and we got their fucking back. So yeah, I'm representing, bro, and I love you guys. Thank you, bro, for having me, and salute to
and
you again, man.
Dustin, thank you, dude. And before you go, do you want to put out your socials? That where can people find you? Where can they find your business, or where can people like promoters book you at? You want to shoot that out before you go?
Yes, sir. That's fine. So you can find me on Instagram at Diehard Designs. So my at Diehard Dustin Lee got suspended because I was talking shit to Americans about Ukraine because they were like "F Ukraine" and stuff. Well,
Oh,
I ended up like hate speech because I said like "fuck you, buddy" or whatever. So my at Diehard Dustin
okay.
Lee went away, and my account is at Diehard Designs on Instagram. And then you could go to dieharddesigns.com. That is our online store where we have our Pro Wrestling
Hmm.
Legends offerings. We have Ricky Morton, Congo Kong, Messiah, Zandig. We're the only company that officially is allowed to have JC Bailey merch. And this is from Joe Bailey, who, before he died, said that you're the only company that can keep my son's name alive and provide this merchandise. Please
That's
don't let JC be forgotten. And I vowed to
that's
Joe that I would
amazing.
never let that happen. So, dieharddesigns.com, at Diehard Designs on Instagram, and I'm on Telegram if you guys use that, and I'm at King Dustin Lee. So Telegram is popular over here, and it became popular in America a little bit because of COVID censorship on Facebook and Instagram. So that's where you can find
Yeah,
me. Please write me anytime and hit me up. And I have a buy me a coffee. It's buymeacoffee.com/Dustin Lee. And if you want to throw down and help me get some coffee, help me buy a generator or a big giant power bank for my apartment, I really would. I would help. I would appreciate you guys. If anything, $1, $2, nothing, it's fine. But yeah, you can do that. And I have Cash App, which is money sign Diehard Design. So if you want to throw a donation to me over here, it's super helpful. Fuck, I'm a regular guy and I'm trying to do what I can. So holler at me if you want to book me anywhere in the world. I'm willing to travel. I'd have to go to Moldova or Poland to fly from there, but I'm totally down. So let's make a deal, guys, and I'd love to see you. If not, hey, you can find us on YouTube, Ukrainian Wrestling Arena. All right, and follow them on Instagram. They have great stuff, and the guys are just getting better every day. So you can watch guys improve in real time. Check out UWA on YouTube.
awesome. Dustin, thank you again, and
I know it's really late out there, and I need to start getting ready in a bit. So I'm thank you for taking time out of your
Sir,
day to come on, and you have a great rest of your night, and be safe. God bless all that. Uh, and then I will let you know later on that when it's gonna get put up because I'm gonna have to make some edits on there to get it all together.
understand. Okay, my brother. Well, I appreciate this time, and may you have a great day, and God bless you. May the force be with you, and all that stuff, brother. Okay.
All right, man. Take care. All right.
All right. I'll talk to you guys. See you. Double botching ya.
Later.